Welcome back to Bossy Field as the Evansville Otters are back in action here at home in an interconference matchup taking on the New York Boulders. Hello everybody, I'm Lucas Mack alongside my partner Riley Angel. And Riley, it was a tragic three-game series that involved 3 one-run losses, including 2 walk-offs in extra innings.
Yeah, it was certainly a tough pill to swallow over the weekend down in Florence. And, you got to give it to Florence. They played well, but this Otters team probably should have won all 3 of those games. You look back, and they had the lead going into the 9th in 2 of them, and in the one where they didn't, where they trailed most of the game, they committed 2 errors, which allowed 3 of the 4 runs to score, in which Evansville would have won if those errors were not committed. It was just one of those series where you look back on and you realize, man, we should have swept this team for the second time this year in 2025, and sometimes that can be really hard mentally to come back from, but hopefully they're able to tonight against one of the hottest teams in the Frontier League in the New York Boulders.
Yeah, and really it just kind of feels like it's been the story of the year, especially since the month turned to July. 3 more one-run losses. They were plagued by those losses back in July as well, and you start off August with the same way. And coming off a series against Florence the previous month, where we won 3 very close games there, and 2 of those were walk-offs against Florence.
Yeah, you can just tell those 2 teams very evenly matched. Us and Florence, very similar ball clubs, very evenly matched, and it's just one where you just hate that you lost all 3 of those games because of the way you lost all 3 of those games, especially knowing what you did against that team here at home.
Tuesday evening baseball scheduled for 6:35 p.m. here at Bossy Field. Thank you so much for joining me and Riley as you're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYAR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. Check out Home Team Network today to sign up and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. Time to turn the page. July, 9 home games, 9 home losses. After the first 2 months of the season, this team was excellent here at Bossy Field. Really hope to try to turn it around starting tonight against the Boulders.
Yeah, and in July, it's just you had all those home games sandwiched in between road series where you played really tough opponents, and it's not like you got any breaks here at home either. So, as you mentioned, 0-9, you just got to look behind you. You're at the point in the season where you really don't want to look at the record just because of what it says, and you're a better ball club than that. So just go out there, have a good mindset every day, attack, 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 and the results will come. Sometimes this team doesn't necessarily do that. They don't attack when they really should, and that's what's gotten them into trouble. If they can switch that, then they should have a pretty good month of August.
But they get a really good day to start in the winning column as they get sitting their all-star and their franchise leader in strikeouts, Braden Scott, on the mound to make this start. He enters this game 6 strikeouts away from 500, and words don't really express just how good he's been for this Otters team this year.
Yeah, you look at the numbers and you're just blown away. 7 innings against Lake Erie, where he didn't give up an earned run and got a no decision. 7 innings against Lake Erie the week previous. 7 innings against Ottawa. He's a guaranteed 6+. He's a guy that every single time he's on the mound, it's a game that you should win. Now, the results haven't come recently in the past month, obviously, but when he's on the bump, you have as good a chance as any to get a W.
It just feels like this team, when he's been on the mound, for whatever reason, the offense just hasn't been there. It's a young team offensively, especially now with guys like David Mindham and Paven Parks not on the team anymore. So it's a very young team offensively, so you're going to expect some of these ebbs and flows. But for whatever reason, when Scott's been on the mound, this team has so often just not been able to score runs. Last time they played with Scott on the mound, they got shut out against Lake Erie. So it just feels like this team just hasn't been able to score the runs for Scott to keep them in the game.
Yeah, and you hope that they're able to score a little bit today. They found ways to score against Florence, which was good. The offense got back into a roll a little bit. Still didn't score as much as they maybe would have wanted to, but they scored early. If you score early with Braden Scott on the mound, you're in a pretty good spot.
We'll take a short break here on the Otters Digital Network. When we're back, we'll continue the Papa John's pregame show with the starting lineups and more on the starting pitchers here on the Otters Digital Network, Internet 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Welcome back into historic Bossy Field as the Evansville Otters taking on the New York Boulders for the third time in their franchise history, trying to get back on track here at home after going 0-9 at home and also lost a resumed game as well against Lake Erie. But again, it just felt like no matter who we were playing in the month of July, it was tough team after tough team after tough team. I mean, every team we played outside of Mississippi were above 500, and even Mississippi's just one game below 500. So it was a lot of really good teams that Evansville went up against.
Doesn't get any easier tonight either with the New York Boulders, who statistically are the hottest team in this league, 9-1 in their last 10, first place in the East. But at the end of the day, doesn't matter who you're playing, you have to come in here and you have to get the job done, especially at this point. With July going the way it is, you just have to get past it. Just get past it, come in here, get the job done, pretend it didn't happen. Just go out there and play your brand of baseball.
A lot of close losses in Florence, 3 one-runner losses, 2 walk-off extra innings losses. But again, it's not like this team wasn't in the game. They were very close for a lot of those games, and really what it's felt like over the last week at least, it's been pitching. Last 7 days as Evansville squad with a 3 ERA pitching-wise, and it's really been a big turnaround for this team that really struggled with pitching throughout most of the year.
Yeah, the pitching looked really good. The bullpens looked good up until the 9th inning in 2 of those games. But overall, I don't think they played bad baseball. Just a couple of things got away from them. On Saturday, you committed 2 errors that scored 3 of their runs in a game that, without those errors, you would have won. So it was one of those weekends where it just seemed like no matter what you did, you were destined to not get the result that you wanted. Hopefully, that's not the case during this home series.
And speaking of pitchers, Evansville gets a boost with a new pitcher. Garrett Crowley from Quebec gets signed after he was acquired for David Mendham. And he's a guy that's coming in with a just above a 2 ERA out of the bullpen in 24 appearances for Quebec. Hopefully he can bring that here for Evansville and help bolster that bullpen that has looked good really over the past few nights, and hopefully can continue to get better as this season goes on and even looking forward into next year.
And almost most importantly for me, he's coming from a winning culture. So this guy knows how to lock down games, and as you mentioned, hopefully he does come in here to help bolster this bullpen, which has at times struggled this season.
Take a look at the starting lineups for both squads. First, for the New York Boulders, leading it off at shortstop will be Austin Dennis. Batting second, and at second base will be Kyle Hess. Batting third and catching, Jason Agresti. Batting fourth and DHing will be Alfredo Marte. Batting fifth and in left field, Fritz Ginther. Batting sixth and at third base, Santino Rosso. Batting seventh and at first base, Christian Ficca. Batting eighth and in right field, Enzo Apodaca. And rounding out the lineup in center field, Ryan Vogel. Getting the start tonight for New York is Aiden Hissey. He'll be starting tonight for
New York.
Aiden Rissy. Sorry, I did read that wrong. Aiden Rissy making his 8th start of the season. The 23-year-old out of La Jolla, California, in his first year of professional ball after playing his last season with San Francisco.
Yeah, and he's been okay this year. He hasn't been great, so he's a pitcher that you hope this Otters offense can go in and get runs across. A 5.67 ERA in those 7 games that he started, 33 in the third innings. He has 27 strikeouts and only 15 walks. So the walks, 4.1 per 9. It isn't the worst we've seen. It's certainly not the best we've seen. But again, you just want to get ahead of this Boulders team early, and this guy in Rissy is someone you can do that against.
For Evansville, the lineup will be as follows. Leading it off, the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game at third base, Dennis Pierce, followed by Ellis Schwartz, who's DHing tonight. Batting third and at first base, L.J. Jones. Batting fourth and in right field, J.T. Benson. Batting fifth and catching, Logan Brown. Batting sixth and back in left field will be Keenan Taylor. Batting seventh and in center, Graham Brown. Batting eighth and playing second base, J.J. Cruz. And rounding out the lineup at shortstop, Chris Tavares. Mentioned it a little bit, but Braden Scott making the start. And you feel like anytime Braden Scott's on the mound, you have a really good chance to go out there and win a ball game.
Yeah, he's just that guy. He's that guy for this Otters team, the top of the staff. And whenever you have your ace on the mound, it doesn't matter what team you are, you feel like you have a really good chance of winning the game. And the form that Scott has been on this second half of the year has been great. He is almost a guaranteed 6+ innings of work. He's going to get you deep into a ball game, and he is a great tone setter at the top of this rotation for a series like this.
He's the franchise leader in strikeouts, also the Frontier League leader in strikeouts this season. All 4 years he's played a full season for Evansville, he's been up over 100 Ks. The only year he wasn't was in affiliate ball, and he was still just below it at 91. So he's a guy who strikes out a ton of batters, but the last couple of outings dealt with a little bit of control problems. 4 walks against Ottawa and 5 walks against Lake Erie. But again, in both those games, went 7 innings, allowing 2 runs against Ottawa and just 1 against Lake Erie in his last start.
And that's the great thing about him. He's a veteran. He's been in those situations. He knows how to work around it. So even if you see him in an inning where he has 2-3 walks like he did against Lake Erie where he had 3 in the first, he's able to work around it and still give you a really good performance.
He's worked his ERA down to a 3.57 in 93 and a third innings. Enters with a 4-4 record because, as we've been saying, a guy who just hasn't got a ton of run support help while he's been out on the mound. But, man, has he been good for Evansville. And, like I said, got to be excited when he's on the mound. Thank you for listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this season. Check out Home Team Network today to sign up and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. As we near the 6:35 p.m. first pitch scheduled, what are you looking forward to during this series most of all, Riley?
Hopefully, some good offense. And some wins for this Evansville team who has really, really been struggling. And, of course, cannot wait to see Braden Scott get his 500th career strikeout tonight, I'm calling.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now we're going to hand you off to the ever always so amazing Zane Clodfelter for the starting lineups here in Evansville. Thank you so much. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network, 96.9 WYIR.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 20, L.J. Jones. Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 9, J.T. Benson. Batting fifth, and catching, number 28, Logan Brown. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 24, Graham Brown. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 17, J.J. Cruz. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 18, Chris Tavares. Pitching for the Evansville Otters, left-handed pitcher, number 8, Braden Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America's freedom, those who now protect it, and pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for the singing of our national anthem, this evening being performed by Tony T-Bolt Baxter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts that we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Go on.
Tonight's game ball is delivered to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
And now to say those legendary
It's time for baseball here at Bossy Field. Braden Scott taking the mound behind the plate. Logan Brown. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. Braden Scott entering this ball game for his 16th start of the year. His last time out, 10 strikeouts, matching a season high for him. Only allowed one run against Lake Erie and a 4-0 loss for Evansville.
Yeah, he looked really good, and if we get a little bit of that same Braden Scott here tonight, things should be pretty well. This New York Boulders team hits. That's their strong suit. They have so many guys at the top of their lineup. The top three are batting .346 or higher. So it's going to be a really tough ask for him to do exactly what he did against Lake Erie, but we know Braden Scott, we know how good he is, and we know he can do it.
And you got to think, when you go out there and you pitch 7 strong innings, only giving up 1 run, and you get saddled with a loss, you got to feel like that's got to hurt more than really anything else when you're out there.
Yeah, it's just, you got to battle that because you know as a pitcher you did everything you could to put your team in a position to win a ball game, and sadly things just didn't fall your team's way. Tonight, got to have the same mentality, go out there. The dominoes, you're only getting control out there of what you can do. The dominoes are going to fall in one way or the other no matter what. You just have to be good enough to put your team in a position to get the W.
Facing this New York Boulders squad for the first time since 2023. And the one thing that is definitely true of this squad, they can hit.
Yeah, they are a very, very good offensive team. I mean, like I said, 340 or higher for their top 3 hitters. Their 8-hole guy, 379, an OPS over 1,000 in limited action. Fritz Ginther, 11 homers, 58 ribbies, 32 walks. I mean, up and down this lineup, there's no weak spots. There really isn't. The only guy that you could think of that's maybe, okay, he's not as good as Fika, but even hit there. 7 homers, 44 ribbies, despite the .230 average.
They are currently 3rd in the Frontier League for runs scored per game, just behind Schaumburg and Gateway. First one to face Scott tonight will be Austin Dennis, the leadoff batter for New York. First pitch from Scott misses low and in, and that's how we will get underway here at Bossy Field. 82 degrees, a little bit of cloud coverage out there, but not much. Here's the 1-0 pitch, inside 2-0. Dennis has been the anchor at the top of this lineup, a .350 batting average. He's been red hot over the last week. That pitch misses high, now 3-0. Last 7 days with a .470 batting average. Begins the game with 104 hits on the season. 3-0 pitch. That one finds its mark, and Scott back in the count at 3-1. Saw in his last outing against Lake Erie, walked the first 3 batters he saw. 3-1 pitch misses low and in for ball 4. And And he starts this game off the same way he did against Lake Erie with a walk.
Well, maybe it's a good omen, given how he started the game against Lake Erie and the eventual result. Just got to shake that one off, getting in the feel of things here in the first inning. You don't love leadoff walks, but he's able to do what we know he can. Shouldn't be an issue.
Next one to face him is going to be the left-handed hitting Kyle Hess. Hess stepping in with a .350 batting average. First pitch to him. Just misses inside. And he'll start behind 1-0.
Now, the one thing to look out for, Dennis over at first. 33 stolen bases on the year. Has only been caught 5 times.
Scott looking over at first. Now delivers the 1-0 pitch. Finds the outside corner to even the count up at 1-1. Hess in it just his 25th game for New York this season. Played his final 4 years of college ball at Creighton. That one finds the zone as well, just on the outside part of the plate. Now the count's 1-2 to Hess. Hess on the season does have 3 home runs and 7 doubles. What he's excelled at is getting on base at a .486 clip. 1-2 pitch, just misses outside. Now it's 2-2. Hess in his first year of college ball, back in 2021, played with Notre Dame University. There's the 2-2 pitch, but first a check over at first base, nothing doing for Austin Dennis. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Runner takes off. That's swung on a miss for a strike 3. Throw down is going to be in time, and he got him. Strike him out, throw him out, down at second base. And quickly there's 2 away in the inning.
That's a great start because now Dennis knows that it's not going to be a free stolen base. And with how good he is at stealing bases, that is amazing to see. Obviously, a bit of a conversation between third base coach and the umpire. But that's a great start now. All of a sudden, base is empty with 2 gone here in the first.
And with that base runner eliminated, with 2 away, it'll be Jason Agresti, the catcher in tonight's ball game. First pitch finds its mark, and he's out in front, 0-1. Agresti in his age 29 season here for New York. It's been an indie ball since back in 2018. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's on a line towards second. Cruz sliding for it, brings it in, throw to first, in the dirt, and it's in time to record the 3rd out of the inning. So Braden Scott works around a walk, gets some help from his defense, and gets out of the first inning scoreless, head to the bottom. Otters will try to score first here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community.
We head to the bottom of the first inning here at Bosse Field. Aiden Rissy taking the mound for his 8th start of the season. Behind the plate is Jason Agresti. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Aiden Rissy, after finishing up his senior season at San Francisco College with the Dons of the West Coast Conference, pitched to a 5.25 ERA in 15 appearances. 13 of those were starts. Struck out 59, walked 26. A guy who traditionally pitches to contact, and hopefully Evans will be able to get some loud contact off of him.
And they had plenty of opportunities over the weekend, just didn't cash in a ton. So if they're able to do the same thing, get on base, hopefully here at home, they're able to eventually drive everybody in.
First one to face him is the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce. So he awaits the first pitch from the right-handed pitching Rissy. That one misses low, and he will start out in front 1-0. Dennis Pierce, obviously, as we've talked about quite a bit, joined the team mid-season, but he's been one of the best players on the offensive side of the ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one does find its mark to even up the count at 1-1. Rissy coming in at 91 miles per hour to start this outing. It's the 1-1 pitch to Pierce. That's on the ground towards third. It'll be brought in by Rosso. Throw on to first in time. And the Otters will start on the bad end behind with one away here in the first. Following him is going to be Ellis Schwartz. Schwartz DHing tonight. Couple of hits back in game one of the Florence series. Scored a run in each of the last two games. Doesn't have a hit in either of those games, but drew 3 walks. It's the first pitch to him. That one misses outside for ball 1. Schwartz making his 27th appearance of the season for Evansville. And it felt like those moves that Evansville made really, he was one of the guys that they wanted to free up a spot for him every day in this lineup. 1-0 pitch. That one's lined foul. Now it's 1-1.
Absolutely, and the outfield was so clogged for so much of the year that freeing up some of those spots gives him an opportunity to play, and he's proved that he can be an everyday player in this league.
So here's the 1-1 pitch to Schwartz. That one is lined foul up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Counts 1-2.
Choose the best, never regret it.
Started the month of July on a 9-game hit streak that spanned from July 1st all the way to July 27th. So you can see he was playing kind of sparingly through that time, but he really earned himself a starting spot and has since then become an everyday player for Evansville. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Schwartz. Chopper towards second, be brought in by Hess. Throw to first is in time, and quickly there's 2 away here in the first inning.
And both those pitches that Evansville grounded out on were below the zone, so they have to be able to lay off that. It was close, and it's a 2-strike count, so I understand going after it. But on a changeup like that, coming off the fastball, it's so easy to flip the hands and roll over. Just got to be aware that that's what a guy like Rissy, who pitches to contact, is trying to do to you.
So with 2 away, it's L.J. Jones standing tall in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch to him finds the zone. He'll start behind 0-1. Jones, a hit in 4 of his last 5 games for Evansville. Had a couple of RBIs in the series finale against Florence. 0-1 pitch misses outside. Now it's 1-1. Former draft pick of the St. Louis Cardinals has hit to a .273 batting average this season with 6 home runs, 8 doubles, 39 RBIs. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one is fouled up and overhead. It's going to get out of play. Now the count's 1-2.
The overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
And I think you mentioned it best, is that Evansville had a lot of opportunities, especially in the first 2 games against Florence, to cash in and get some runs, but just couldn't capitalize. It's kind of what we felt like team started off the season kind of playing as. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Jones. Breaker that stays high, and the count will stay even at 2-2.
And at points in the year, you thought they had kind of gotten over that little bump in the road, but the bug has hit them again, and it's just so tough when you're getting those opportunities and you're not cashing in. It's just a downer for the entire squad, and again, we talked about it in the pregame show. Got to push past that mentally, and you just have to find a way to get the job done.
2-2 pitch. Breaker stays outside. Count runs full to LJ Jones. Great take there on that one. So the count's full to the Otters' first baseman. Rissy winds and delivers the payoff pitch. That one is a soft looper into center field. In on it is Vogel. It's going to tail out to right field, and Apodaca will bring it in for out number 3. So Evansville goes down 1-2-3, just like their opponents. We will head to the second inning, knotted up at 0 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WIIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
We head to the second here at Bossy Field. Braden Scott out there for his second inning of work. Worked around that leadoff walk and got some big help from his defense behind him.
He really did. I mean, a caught stealing and a really good play by J.J. Cruz to end that first inning. And that's exactly what you want to see as a starter, is your defense helping you out, even when a guy like Braden Scott, who prefers to strike guys out, when a ball is put into play, you want the defense to do exactly what it did right there. Or when you walk someone, just get it erased by catching the guy stealing. Always helps.
So the first one to meet him in this inning is going to be Alfredo Marte. Marte standing in, former big leaguer, the hitting coach for this New York squad. First pitch to him is lined towards right but foul, and he'll start behind 0-1. Similar to the situation that Alfredo Gonzalez of Lake Erie finds himself in. The 0-1 pitch, that one's lined well into left center field. It's going to try to split the gap. Taylor dives for it, gets past him. It'll be thrown in quickly by Graham Brown into the cutoff man Tavares, but a leadoff double for Marte.
Batting fifth in left field. 15.
And now Scott's going to have to work around that.
I don't mind that attempt right there from Taylor with Graham Brown backing him up. It was going to be a double anyway. You just hate to see the ones where it's down the line, they try for it and it gets past them. But when it's in the gap like that and you know your center fielder or your left fielder is backing you up, why not try at it? I mean, it's going to be a double anyway, even if it gets past you.
Next up for New York is going to be Fritz Ginther. He's making his 70th appearance this season. Scott looks back over at second base. Marte's still getting a bigger lead. Here's the first pitch. It misses high. He'll start behind him 1-0. Ginther entering this ball game with a .289 batting average, 11 home runs, 15 doubles. His first year here with New York. The 0-1 pitch, that one's lined foul. Now it's 1-1. Ginther finished up his college ball with the UMass Lowell Riverhawks. His second season of professional baseball. 1-1 pitch, that one's chopped foul. Now the count's 1-2. Spent last year between High Point of the Atlantic League and New Jersey of the Frontier League, obviously. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one swung on a miss for strike 3. Strikeout number 2 for Braden Scott on this game.
Strikeout.
And there's one away with that runner still at second base. Big out there. Really, when you have a runner at second base, if you can keep them at second base getting one out, it kind of eliminates the purpose of a productive out to the right side of an infield. So with one away, it's Santino Rosso playing at third base tonight. Here's the first pitch to him. That one finds the zone at the top, and he's in front 0-1. Rosso in his first year of Frontier League ball. He's spent it between Tri-City and New York. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one stays high. Now that counts 1-1.
I'd say those are two pretty good Frontier League teams to be a part of this season.
Played just 10 games with Tri-City with a .259 batting average, but it's really found a home with New York in 40 games with a .280 batting average, a .366 OBP. Here's the check over at second base, nothing doing with Marte, the runner. Just 5 stolen base attempts for Marte on the season. Scott looks back at second, now delivers the 1-1 pitch. That one finds the zone in the outer half, and now he's in front of Rosso, 1-2. Marte over at second base, not a traditional stolen base threat. Had 10 and 13 attempts back in 22 with New Jersey. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He takes it for strike 3. Caught him looking. The third German-American bank strikeout of the game for Braden Scott, and there's 2 away in the inning.
We're halfway there. Needed 6 for 500. He's 3 away now, but just got to keep staying one batter at a time. I'm sure he isn't even thinking about that right now on the mound, but we certainly are.
So with 2 away, it's Christian Ficca. Ficca stands tall in the left-handed batter's box. His first pitch to him. That one finds the zone. Out in front, 0-1. Scott's really found a groove here in the second inning.
Yeah, he's pitching to his strength right now, which is a fastball a little high in the zone on the edges.
Ficca in his second season as a Boulder, his 63rd game of the season. The 0-1 pitch just misses outside. Now it's 1-1. Ficca out of Georgetown in the Big East. Awaits the 1-1 pitch from Scott. That one misses outside. Now it's 2-1.
It's from a very interesting town, Chevy Chase, Maryland.
After the actor?
Chevrolet, maybe? I don't know.
I think there's a Chevy Chase actor. I don't know.
I'm on it.
Scott still stands now, delivers the 2-1 pitch. That one is popped up. Shallow left field. In on it is Taylor. Out on it is Taveras. Taveras going to call him off and bring it in for out number 3. So Braden Scott works around the leadoff double. Keeps this game scoreless as we head to the bottom half of the second here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Otters up to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. They went down 1-2-3 on a couple of groundouts and a fly out. And it will be 4-5-6 JT Vincent, Logan Brown, and Keenan Taylor to meet the pitcher Aiden Rissy in this inning.
JT Vincent.
Mentioned that Rissy in his eighth start as a New York Boulder has pitched to a 4-2 record off the bat of some really good hitting from the other side. Here's the first pitch to Benson. Swinging that one, high pop-up. That one's going to get up and overhead for an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Counts 0-1.
Choose the best, never regret it.
Really been an up and down season for him. Back on July 10th, pitched 6 scoreless innings, en route to a 2-0 win against New Jersey. But he's had a couple of outings where he's given up at least 6 runs. 0-1 pitch, up and in. Count's going to even up at 1-1. Just lost control of that breaker. Definitely a guy that Evansville can get to. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on the ground towards second. Hess will backhand it. Throw to first is high, but it's brought in by the tall first baseman, Ficca, for out number 1.
That one he just missed it a little bit. Was a center cut fastball that he hit hard just on the ground and was a tad late on it, so he pushed it towards that second base side. Again, up the middle, a lesser second baseman doesn't make that play and is through for a hit, but good play there from Hess for out number 1.
Next up's Logan Brown. Just been a consistent bat in the lineup for Evansville. First pitch to him, misses inside, ball 1. Really caught fire at the end of July. He's gotten his average up to 266. Now here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses up and away, 2-0. Hitting 7 of his last 9 games. 2-0 pitch. That's on the ground towards third. A little nubber. Rosso's going to take it in. Long throw is in time for out number 2.
Batting 6, the left fielder.
See a lot of times when they play Logan Brown, it's to a pretty heavy pull shift, but Rosso's playing in as if he was expecting the bunt there.
Yeah, and I think the shift kind of goes with the game plan of how they're trying to pitch him. So they know if he hits one softly, then they want the infield a little bit in, but also they expect him to pull the ball as he does so much. And again, we've seen exactly what Rissy likes to do when he's attacking guys.
First pitch to Keenan Taylor is called a strike.
I mean, he's just pitching perfectly to his game plan right now, what his arsenal allows him to do, which is get soft contact and get guys out fairly quickly.
The 0-1 pitch is fouled directly back. Now Taylor behind 0-2. He's going to have to fight from behind. A couple of starts for Keenan Taylor over the road trip. Had a double in the finale against Florence. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Throws his bat out there, fouls it off. It's going to get out of play, and we'll do it again. Slow into the month for Keenan Taylor. Only made a couple of starts out in Florence. Trying to rebound in this month of August. Here's the next 0-2 pitch. That one stays high. Now the count's 1-2. Obviously, it was an excellent start for Keenan Taylor to start this season. All-star starter for the Midwest Conference. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's on a line towards third, but it's going to go foul, and we'll do it again. Exploded out of the gate with 8 home runs on the season, but his last home run was all the way back on June 25th. Didn't hit a single home run in the month of July. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Taylor. Takes it high, 2-2. Great battle here, though, for Keenan Taylor. Rissy looks in, now winds and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Another line or soft shot into right field. Out on it is Apodaca, and he's going to catch it on the run just into foul territory for out number 3. So the Otters go down 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. We'll head to the third, still knotted up at 0. Here at the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Through 2 here at Bossy Field, and it's been 2 scoreless innings, and both pitchers have really stepped up in this game so far. Obviously, it's only 2 innings, but, man, it has been really good pitching so far.
Yeah, and it's kind of what we expected from Braden Scott. Not necessarily from Rissy, but that's just the way the cookies have crumbled, and you hope Scott's able to continue to go out there, put zeros on the board, continue giving his team a chance.
So it's Enzo Apodaca to meet him here first. Scott has allowed both leadoff batters of each inning to reach, but he's been locked down after both of those batters. First pitch to Apodaca, finds the zone. He jumps out in front, 0-1. Apodaca, the lefty, playing in right field tonight. The 0-1 pitch misses outside, 1-1. Had some impressive speed tracking down that ball out in right field. Had to go a long way to make that catch off the bat of Keenan Taylor. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one just misses outside, 2-1. So far tonight, New York's done a great job at laying off those breakers that miss the zone. Haven't chased a ton. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung through that one, foul tipped back in the glove. Now it's 2-2. Apodaca in just his 11th game this season, but he's been off to a hot start. A .379 batting average, .513 OBP. He's earned 7 walks, just 3 strikeouts. 2-2 pitch stays high, count runs full. 11 hits, 9 runs. After finishing up his college career at Baylor. Here's the payoff pitch. That one's fouled back. We'll do it again. Even at Baylor, he didn't strike out a ton. 28 walks to just 27 strikeouts. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is lined into left, but it's going to get out of play, and we'll do it again. Obviously, it's early during his professional career, but at Baylor, hit to a .289 batting average, a .391 OBP. But his stats have well improved here in the Frontier League. Fouls that one off again. Seeing maybe why he's earned 7 walks this season. Great battle so far. Here's the next payoff pitch to Apodaca. That one on the ground towards second. Cruz will backhand at it, bobble it a little bit. Throw to first is going to be in time. Good recovery to make that play for out number 1.
Yeah, that could have easily been an error, but Cruz stuck with it. It hit off the boot of his glove, but it was right in front of him and in his stride, so he could just pick it up on the bare hand and toss it over to LJ quickly. Thankfully, for out number 1.
So with one away, it'll be Ryan Vogel. His first year of pro ball here with New York. His 67th game of the season where he's gone to a 430 OBP. First pitch to him, finds its mark, and Scott jumps out in front of him 0-1. Oh, one pitch. That one's popped up. One's going to stay on the infield. Cruz will move over towards it, and he'll call everyone off and bring it in for out number 2.
Who's your lottery strikeout batter?
So with 2 away, back to the top of the lineup in Austin Dennis. Dennis walked his first time up, but was caught stealing. Dennis in his 70th game this season. First pitch, he takes that one outside for ball 1. His 5th season as a New York Boulder for Dennis. The 1-0 pitch misses inside, 2-0 now. Scott works from his short windup. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one swung on but fouled off. Scott back in the count now at 2-1. Dennis, initially a 20th round pick in the 2018 MLB draft out of Middle Tennessee State. During his senior season there, had a .345 batting average, 11 doubles, 5 home runs. 2-1 pitch, that's a high chopper towards third. Dennis will snag it, throw to first in time for out number 3. So one, Dennis grounds out to the other, and that will end the 3rd inning as Scott has pitched 3 fantastic innings to start this game. We'll head to the bottom half. Evansville trying to break into the scoring column here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WIIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Bosse Field. It's been 2.5 scoreless innings. Hopefully Evansville can break into that scoring column. Hopefully they can break into the hit column. No one's reached yet through the first 2 innings.
Yeah, and again, Rissi has done a really good job of executing his game plan, getting some rollovers, some soft contact. So you hope Evansville's able to figure him out a little bit. You have the last 3 guys, and then it's the next half. It's the second time through the order, I should say. And hopefully that second time through the order, they figure something out.
You really hope now that they've seen him a little bit, get some information on him, they can really help themselves out. It'll be Graham Brown to lead us off here in the 3rd inning. Brown has really come on as of late. He's gotten his average back up to 255. Hit his 9th home run while in Florence. First pitch to him, misses low, and he'll jump out in front 1-0. From the windup, here's the 1-0 pitch. Swings at that one. High fly ball up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Heads Construction, choose the best, never regret it.
Count is 1-1. Here's that pitch. That one stays high. Now it's 2-1 to the Otters center fielder. And looking through Rissy's last start, it really was the second and third time through the lineup where he started to finally get figured out. 2-1 pitch, swung through that one out in front of it. Now it's 2-2. Rissy agrees, winds, and delivers the 2-2 pitch to Brown. Breaker stays just high, count runs full. Seen a couple of good at-bats from the Otters here the last couple of batters at the plate as Brown calls time. Brown had 4 hits over the weekend against Florence. A couple of RBIs back in game 1. Here's the payoff pitch. Takes that one low for ball 4, and he works a well-earned walk to lead off the inning with a Deerhead Side Walk Cafe and Bar for the Otters here in this inning.
And that's exactly what you need to do when you're struggling offensively. Is just find a way to get on, and that's one way to do it. Is take a really good at bat, draw a walk, and now hopefully that awakens this lineup, and you're able to get that guy all the way around and score the first run of this ball game.
Next up is J.J. Cruz. He enters with a 5-game hitting streak. First pitch to him misses low for ball 1. Really feels like the first time we've seen Rissy miss outside the zone in this game for an extended period of time. The 1-0 pitch misses low and in. Now it's 2-0. Cruz has started in every game dating back to July 20th for the Otters. 2-0 pitch swings to that one, fouls it up and overhead. Make the count 2-1.
That overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
A couple of RBIs for him, including a very clutch RBI against Florence. Had a hit in each one of the 3 games. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Misses high, now it's 3-1. Graham Brown over at first base, counts 3-1 to Cruz. Here's the pitch. That one swung on in line towards right, out on as Apodaca. Didn't get a read on it initially, but is able to read it and get under it for out number 1.
That's another one where really, really good swing, but right at the right fielder Apodaca, and got to go back to the dugout knowing you put a good swing on it, but that's just baseball sometimes. It's a cruel game. We love it for a reason, though, and, just tough luck right there.
Took a 3-1 fastball middle. But unfortunately right at Apodaca. Here's the first pitch to Crix Taveras. That one called a strike. So he'll start behind 0-1. Taveras making just his 5th appearance for the Otters this season. Thrower at first, nothing doing. Still searching for that first hit on the season. Has reached once on a hit by pitch. This is the first time we've seen Rissy pitch from the stretch. That one misses high and away. Now the count's 1-1. Brown over at first base doing a little dance over there. Again, we've seen Graham Brown, plenty of speed. Could potentially see him take off, try to get in scoring position. 1-1 pitch. Brown takes off. That one is fouled back. And so the count will be 1-2.
I like trying to steal there because as a hitter, as a coaching staff, that this guy, he's gotten you to ground out already 4 times today. He's going to be pitching for that again. So trying to take second, get away from that inning double play makes a ton of sense. And as Taveras, as a hitter, you have to recognize that as well. Don't roll something over.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Breaker inside, and it hit him. So now there'll be runners at first and second for the Otters with 1 away. It's the second time he's reached this season by the hit by pitch. And with 1 away, we're back to the top of the lineup in Dennis Pierce.
And I'm sure he's not complaining too much about that. But it's as easy as a hit by a pitch as you're going to get in pro ball. 79-mile-per-hour breaker that just got away from Rissy. Wear it, easy 90 feet, and now Evansville with a runner in scoring position, a chance to take a lead in this ball game.
The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce. He's 0 for 1 in this game so far with a ground out. First pitch to him, he breaks his bat, fouls that one off. The bat went, that's a pretty good distance for a broken bat.
Yeah, I mean, it got out of the infield.
Wasn't dangerously close over there, but it was decently close to Andy McCauley.
No, I'm sure he's seen worse.
So the count's 0-1. Pierce gets a new baseball bat.
One thing also for Pierce is riding a 16-game on-base streak. Last couple of nights, he's been able to extend it stress-free in the first at-bat. Not tonight. So we'll be on watch for that the rest of this ball game.
Rissy, now with a couple of runners on, comes set and delivers the 0-1 pitch to Pierce. That one misses low and away. Good stop from the catcher, Agresti. And the count will even up at 1-1. Pierce, the team leader in home runs, waits the 1-1 pitch. That one in the dirt as well. Now it's 2-1. This is a big spot in this game. It's first time Evansville's gotten runners on, really the first time anyone's seriously threatened in this game. Counts 2-1 to Pierce. Rissy delivers. That one is fouled directly back. Counts 2-2. Just missed that one. Count now at 2-2 for Dennis Pierce. 278 batting average, couple of home runs with runners on base. He takes that one low and away, and the count's going to run full. Really seen Evansville become a lot more patient in this inning for Rissy, letting him work himself behind in counts. Rissy sets, looks over at second base now, delivers the payoff pitch. That one on the ground towards short. It's going to make Dennis charge at it, throw a second in time for one, throw to first in the dirt, not in time. Pierce does a great job at running that one out. Now there's two away. So we saw last inning, Austin Dennis ground out to Dennis Pierce. This inning we see Dennis Pierce ground out to Austin Dennis.
Yeah, and that was not an easy play for Dennis either. Charging and making the little flip to second, a try and turn two, just wasn't enough. But again, I mean, that's a tough play for a shortstop to make, so kudos to him for even getting the one out there.
Yeah, I was really shocked he went to second base. I thought he was just going to go to first base, both, but he went to second, and is that Rissy coming out of the game? Yeah, it looks like he is, and he's looking down at his hand. Maybe it's not Rissy, it is Kyle Hess, the second baseman, looking down at his hand. And it'll be the Otters trainer Mandy Flagg to come look at it. New York does not have a trainer currently.
Oh, and it's just, he has a little cut on his knuckle, so they'll be able to patch that up, get it all taken care of fairly soon, so he probably won't exit this ball game, but just want to make sure the blood doesn't get on the uniform, because that can always be an issue.
So with the short break here in the ball game, let's take a look around the Frontier League, shall we? Gotta go find the scoreboard app. Obviously, over the weekend, a big sweep for Washington over Lake Erie, tying them back up in the division standings.
Yeah, that was a huge series for Washington. They blew them out in the last game 11-0. So that is a great way for Washington to immediately get back into the race when Lake Erie, at that time when they were going to play Washington, looked unbeatable. They were really, really good and on a really good streak of wins. But Washington did what they do best and they're able to win and make sure that they are fully in the conversation in this Central Division.
And now Lake Erie has to travel or get to take on Joliet at home, who Joliet's been one of the hottest teams in the Frontier League all of a sudden. And don't look now, Windy City up on Washington 2-0 in the 5th. So it'll be Ellis Schwartz, a big spot here for Evansville, 2 on, 2 away. 1 hit for New York, not a hit yet in this game for Evansville. Here's the first pitch to Schwartz, swings at that one, fouls it back. He'll start behind 0-1. Schwartz had some big hits in Ottawa especially. A triple to give Evansville a lead they wouldn't give up in the first game of that series. The triple in the finale to score 2 to bring Evansville within 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses low. Count will even up at 1-1. Florence also beating Schaumburg 3-0 in the 3rd. 1-1 pitch, swings at that fastball. Now the count's 1-2. He calls time and tries to reset himself here. Obviously a huge spot. Graham Brown over at third base. Over at first, Dennis Pierce. Still early in this ball game, bottom of the 3rd. Evansville still searching for their first hit. Big time to get it here. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Rissy. Takes that one outside, 2-2. Great take. We've seen that pitch been given for a strike. Wasn't given there. Now the count's 2-2. Rissy sets. Now delivers the pitch. Takes that one outside. Count runs full.
It's another great take there, just up and away. Schwartz knows the strike zone, and now payoff pitch incoming. Really big spot here. LJ Jones on deck, so you know that Rissy doesn't want to face him with bases loaded.
Dennis will get a head start. Here's the pitch. Swung on towards first. Past the glove of Hess. That's going to get into the outfield and score a run. Dennis will get into 3rd easily. And Ellis Schwartz comes through with a 2-out RBI single. And Evansville jumps out in front 1-0 early in this ball game.
Yeah, that's big for Ellis there. Got a low fastball. I mean, that's exactly what Rissy was trying to do, get a ground ball in that situation. He did get a ground ball, but Schwartz put it in exactly the right spot on the right side of the infield. And now Evansville with a lead with Braden Scott on the mound for the first time in a while. That's got to feel good.
And now it's LJ Jones at the plate. Runners from the corner, still 2 away. First pitch to him, he takes outside, ball 1. And you got to imagine still an opportunity here to make something happen.
Especially with LJ, who he hit the ball so hard this weekend against Florence, just didn't get rewarded for it.
The 1-0 pitch, that one misses low. Now it's 2-0.
I mean, he hit a ball to left over the weekend that I thought for sure, and so did he, was way out of here, but got caught at the wall. I mean, Florence is a hard place to get one out.
2-0 pitch, takes that one outside. Now it's 3-0 with JT Benson on deck. Again, this is an Otters offense that you look top to bottom. There's not a ton of weaknesses per se, but it's just a lot of young hitters that may be a little bit inconsistent. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Takes that one middle. Taking all the way, counts 3-1.
I think that's just been this year. It's a ton of inconsistency. We've seen this team look so good, like a playoff team, but we've also seen them look like the opposite as well.
3-1 pitch. Pitch is the call strike. Runner takes off. Down to second base in time easily. Mark that as a stolen base for Ellis Schwartz. And now there are 2 runners in scoring position. Count is full to LJ Jones.
One would say that was an epic stolen base by Ellis Schwartz.
It was very epic.
Epic insurance.
Counts full to LJ Jones. Now first base is open. Here's the payoff pitch. That one lined into center field. That one's going to get down and split the gap. Both runs will score easily. Jones will round first. He'll stay there as that one's cut off by the right fielder Apodaca. But a 2-out RBI single for LJ Jones. And the Otters have really pounced in this inning, now leading 3-0.
And that's exactly what you expect LJ to do in a situation like that. Got a high middle cut fastball that he just lined into right center on a rope, right where nobody was. Those were the type of swings that weren't falling for him over the weekend. Finally gets one to fall in a huge spot. Now 3-0 for Evansville early in this ball game.
And now it's JT Benson. Check over at first base on LJ Jones. Nothing doing. And it feels like, again, this is a spot where finally have a big opportunity and they're coming through with some big hits when sometimes this year just they haven't gotten those big hits. JT Benson at the plate. First pitch to him, swinging. He chops that one foul to the left. He'll start behind 0-1. And obviously, you'd love to see them try to continue to add on here. Good hitter at the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Benson. Takes that one high. Count leaving up at 1-1. Benson was also an all-star for this Evansville squad. All three of them playing tonight. Keenan Taylor, JT Benson, and Braden Scott on the mound. 1-1 pitch. Takes that one on the outside edge. Counts now 1-2. Rissy looks in, now sets, and fires the 1-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed for strike three. Pulls the string on him for his first strikeout of the game. But not before Evansville strikes for three. Two of them coming off the bat of LJ Jones. Now they lead 3-0 as we head to the fourth inning here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Top half of the fourth inning, 3-0 Evansville here at Bossy Field. I'm Riley Angel alongside my partner Lucas Macklin. Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday night. Evansville able to get an early lead with their ace on the mound. Boy, does that feel good after the weekend they've had. And it will be Hess, Agresti, and Marte, the three due up here against Braden Scott, who, man, he's looked pretty dang good through the first three frames.
And he's really settled in. It's only been a couple of mistakes. The walk to Dennis, and then that double from Marte, who, again, a former big leaguer in the Frontier League. They're going to hit the ball well. Outside of that, he's been really good at setting down these New York batters, and if he can keep this up, obviously he's not going to be taken out for a long time. You know, if you look at that top to bottom in this pitching rotation for Evansville, if there's one guy you think he can go a complete game, it's easily got to be Braden Scott.
Here's Hess, the pitch, taken high, 1 ball, no strikes. Hess struck out swinging his first time. One of 3 Braden Scott strikeouts so far tonight. Scott agrees, begins the wind, kicks, fires. Swung on, bounced softly first base side, but well foul. It's 1-1. This Evansville team, boy, did that bottom of the third feel good after what has been quite the struggle, really. the past month or so. Scott, the 1-1. Binder catching the top shelf, 1 and 2. Especially with a guy like Braden on the mound, where you give him 3-4 runs, you have a pretty good chance. Now, obviously, Scott needs to go out there and perform, but he's done well so far through 3, the 1-2. Just missing outside, 2 and 2. Beautiful night here in Evansville. We were blessed with great weather in Florence all weekend, and it has followed us here at Evansville, Indiana. Low 80s here tonight, the 2-2. Swung on hard liner, first base side, foul, one hops the fence. Count stays. 81 degrees was our game time temp, was sunny, barely a cloud in the sky. Now, sun setting, temperature dropping, but we are perfectly fine with that this time of year. 2-2. Outside, the lefty misses, 3 and 2. Hess, boy, does he take good ABs. Wide open stance from the left-handed hitter. The 3-2. Swung on number to third, charging Pierce, gloves, throws in time for out number 1. Good play there from Dennis. There's a 1 away here in the 4th, bringing up Jason Agresti.
Yeah, that was far from a simple play. It was a slow number to the left side. He had to charge it and take it in, and there really was no time for hesitation because it was a bang-bang play over at first base. Smooth throw, hard throw, and big for out number 1.
Agresti grounded out to J.J. Cruz. His first time. Cruz made a good play on that, smothering it with a slide. Throw from his knees to first on the money to get him out. The pitch. Swung on, hit in the ear to right. Charging towards the line is Benson. Still going. Hat flies off, dives, and he just barely dropped the ball. Gets into Sammy's corner. On his way to second is Agresti. He gets there standing. A 1-out double for him, but boy, what an effort there from J.T. Benson.
We almost had an incredible play from J.T. Benson. And still, even though he didn't make the catch, good job from him to recover very quickly and get it in quickly to keep that at only a double. Because if he doesn't get that in quickly, you could easily have a triple, and all of a sudden, they're productive out away from scoring a run on Braden Scott here.
Here's Alfredo Marte. He doubled in the second. Both New York hits being for extra bases. So far in this one, top of the 4-3-0 Evansville. Only 1 away. Marte, right-handed hitter, standing tall in that batter's box. The pitch out of the stretch from Scott is taken on the back door for a strike. 0-1. Infield straight up, same with the outfield against Marte. Scott looks in, agrees with his partner in brown, sets with his hands about belt high. Fires in the 0-1. In the dirt, nice block by Brown, 1-1. New York, as mentioned earlier, 9-1 in their last 10, 40-29 overall. They've won 3 straight and lead the East Division by just half a game against Sussex County. And midway through June, as the 1-1 in from Scott, high, 2-1. This New York team did not look like they really had a chance in this East Division, but then Sussex County going on a 10-game skid. New York really battling, climbing ever so closer, and now just recently, especially towards the tail end of July, they've become the hottest team in the Frontier League. 2-1 pitch. That one catching the back door as well, 2-2.
Well, part of it is they've just found a little bit more consistency on the mound. They're still not one of the best pitching teams by any means, but with the offense they have, just being league average is enough for you to be one of the best teams in this league. And when you look at that offense, they've really built a squad that just takes so many good at-bats. You have a lot of sluggers like Afika, who maybe doesn't hit the ball as much, but he hits the ball hard.
The pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. 4th German-American bank strikeout for Braden. It's got a big second out here.
But they've really built this offense to just be tough outs. And I think that's one of the things that gets overlooked with a lot of guys, especially in this league, because you want the guys to hit the ball the hardest, you guys want to hit the ball the furthest, but really what you want, at least to build off of a lineup, are people just take really, really good at-bats and are tough outs every time they're at the plate, because you start to wear on a pitcher, you just get on base, and if you can get on base in front of your real sluggers, you really set yourself up for success offensively.
First pitch now to Fritz Ginther. Is swung on and popped up first base side. Charging over is Jones. He has a play on it, running out of room, but it drops just in front of him and bounces up and over the wall for an interesting strike one, 0-1.
And when you look at this Otters offense, really the times, obviously there's a ton of talent on this offensive side, but really at times when they're at their lowest, it's just they're not taking as good of bats as you know they can take, and they start to get into this groove of just not being able to get hits and not be able to push across runs. So when you have a team like this, like New York, that consistently take good at-bats day in and day out, it really sets yourself up for success.
Here's the 0-1 from the lefty Scott. Swung on, fouled right back into the screen. It's 0-2. Top four, 3-0 Evansville, 2 away, runner on second base. Infield with a slight pull shift on Ginther. Outfield is straight up. But the shortstop, Tavares, playing where usually the hole is on the left side of the infield. Cruz playing pretty much up the middle. The pitch. Missing inside on the fastball, 1-2. Ginther leading this team in homers, 11 big flies on the year. Scott disagrees, shakes twice, but time called by Ginther now. He'll reset. Boy, something about Braden and all aces, really. Just such a commanding presence on the mound, knows exactly what sequencing he wants, will not agree until he finds it. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on in, missed strike three. Fifth German-American Bank strikeout for Braden Scott. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Evansville. Here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome.
Bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Evansville. Here at historic Bossy Field on this Tuesday night. Logan Brown, Keenan Taylor, Graham Brown, the three due up. It was a very productive third inning for Evansville, where they scored 3 runs thanks to a pair of RBI hits from Ellis Schwartz and LJ Jones. Jones driving in 2 runs on his single. Hopefully they are able to get to Rissy the same way here in this fourth inning, given it being Logan Brown, Keenan Taylor, Graham Brown, the 3 due up. Logan Brown, he's been swinging it well as of late.
The catcher, number 28, Logan Brown.
Brown, he is 0 for 1, grounded out to third in the second. Left-handed hitter. The beginning of the year when he first joined the team as the pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. Batted towards the bottom of the lineup, has been moved up. Now he's hit in the 5 hole in each of the last 4 games. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, way out in front of the breaker, 0-2. There is that pull shift on him. Rosso over at third now playing fairly deep, but off of the third baseline. The pitch. Swung on, grounded softly to second. Over to it is Hess. Fields throws to first, no trouble. 1 away. So quickly one gone, brings up Keenan Taylor. Keenan Taylor, though, he has struggled recently. We know that. But the number is still so good, even with him. The past 5 games played being just 3 for 18. Still a 286 average. The pitch swung on, grounded third base side foul, 0-1. 832 OPS, 41 RBI. Now, in those last 5 games, he does have 2 doubles, but still not what he expects of himself and not what we have seen recently. But still, such a consistent bat overall this season for this team, the 0-1. Bounced it, 1-1. When you hit 8 homers in the first half at any level, you're balling out. The 1-1 pitch. That one in there for a strike 1 and 2. We're so used to seeing big power hitters in the majors hitting 30, 40 home runs. By the time we get to the All-Star break, that you don't appreciate that. Even 8 at this level, halfway through, is phenomenal. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout for Arisi. 2 away here in the 4th.
I think one thing we didn't really take into account is just how impressive his start of June was. Started off with 10 straight games where he scored a run and had 8 straight games with an RBI. I talked about this a lot, but if there was a Player of the Month award in the Frontier League, Keenan Taylor would have been a very strong candidate without his month of June win.
First pitch now to Graham Brown, swung on and foul down the third base side. 0-1.
Welcome to Tad Dickel, who is here at the ballpark. Great to have Tad here, former Wildcat. Enjoy your Evansville Otters experience this evening.
No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch in from Arisi. Swung on and missed. Quickly ahead of Brown now, 0-2.
Very heavily relying on that off-speed stuff in this inning. Really changed it. And right now, Evansville's been caught off balance in this inning.
Time called here from Graham. Graham, another guy, such a good start to the year. I mean, man, in May, he was hitting everything. Has cooled down. Average now down to 255 as the pitch. Swung on, grounded foul again. 0-2 still.
I think what's really been impressive from him is just the end of July into the beginning of August. He's really turned himself back into not the level he was at, because the level he was at, I don't want to say is unsustainable, but it's an incredible level. But into a very, very good ball player.
0-2, swung on and foul tipped into the glove for strike number 3. Graham Brown thought it hit the dirt, but the umpires disagree.
I thought it hit the dirt. I could be wrong, but where he hit the ball, I didn't think it was possible it ended up in the glove. But the umpires worked together and made the call.
Third strikeout for Arisi. We now go to the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you can be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
3-0 here in this top of the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. It's time for the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless apps are now here. Dine in only. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Braden Scott will face Rosso, Ficca, and Apodaca.
Which Buffalo Wild Wings was your go-to? Was it one of those two, or was there one closer to where you
It
live?
was 5405 Pro Drive.
It was
I
always,
gotta
it
say,
was always my go-to. Much closer to where our high school was at. And I never want to go out to the east side of Evansville.
it's a good point. Here is Braden Scott. The first pitch into Rosso is just missing outside. 1-0. Just so much traffic, especially now with all the construction and everything backed up, especially during lunchtime. Boy,
I don't know how you go out there for lunch.
I know my ways. The 1-0 swung on and missed. 1-1. Well, I didn't know my ways today. I spent 35 minutes in the Freddy's line when there were 3 cars in the line total. 1-1 from Scott. Called. Strike 2, 1-2.
You set yourself up for that.
I did. I set myself up for failure. Should have gone to the west side for that one. That one never fails me. West side Freddy's. Scott. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. 6th German-American Bank strikeout of the day, number 500 for Braden Scott in his career. Boy, what a way to get it going.
Should have made the call on the radio call. I told you can back this up. I said early 5th inning, first batter of the 5th inning.
That you did. Now here's Ficca, takes ball 1 outside.
But also just the incredibility of, because you have to be so consistent. We talked about it, 4 straight seasons of at least 100 strikeouts in an Otters uniform.
1-0, swung on and missed, way out in front, 1-1.
And just consistently has been out there and been excellent. And it's crazy to think this might be his best season he's pitched.
One more year. The 1-1 pitch. That one just missing outside, 2-1. I mean, 500 strikeouts, any level, when you've pitched for that long is just so impressive. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed, 2-2. Boy, and it makes you appreciate some of the greats currently in the game at the big league level. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Top of the 5th, 3-0 Evansville over New York.
He's also one of those guys that, if he wants to, he is a long runway in this league.
Scott out of the windup. Here it is. Swung on, popped him up left side, but foul and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it.
I thought you were going to let Zane finish your sentences.
I would never do that. My sentences are my own. Sometimes. The pitch. Swung on, fouled off again. Another overhead foul ball. I don't have to say it, but Zane does.
Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it.
He's just making sure the fans here know that you'd never regret.
Ever.
Ever. Heads Construction.
The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Boy, he made him look foolish on that one. 7 German-American Bank strikeouts for Braden Scott. My goodness, someone bring out Pitching Ninja.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Woof.
5. Enzo.
Someone clip that, put it on Twitter and at Pitching Ninja.
Was our boy Q videoing that one?
That was nasty. Here's Apodaca. First pitch to him. Swung on, fouled back. 0-1. Pitching Ninja, by the way, great follow on Twitter. Phenomenal.
Let's say that's now 4 straight New York batters he's set down via the strikeout as well.
Fouled at the plate. 0-2. Now a chance possibly for 5 in a row.
I think that's jinxing it.
No.
I was scared to say it, but I think that's a little bit too far.
Yeah, man.
So.
Well, if he doesn't get this strikeout, then everyone can blame me.
Nah. We can blame Zane.
The 0-2. High, 1-2. Try to put a little extra on that fastball, did Scott, at 90 miles an hour. Usually sits around 88, 89 on the fastball. We have seen him get up to 91, 92. The pitch. Missing, down and away. Another fastball, 2-2. Deuces wild here in the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-0 to score Evansville in front. And the pitch. Missing outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So hasn't been able to get a chase yet, has Scott, after starting this at bat ahead 0-2. Apodaca has worked it all the way to full. Out of the windup, here it is. Swung on in, missed strike 3. 5 straight, sent down via the K. 8 total. Braden Scott strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 Evansville. Here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Ladies and gents, it's time for the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless apps are now here, dine-in only. Visit either Evansville location, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details.
Bottomless apps are at Buffalo Wild Wings, and bottomless strikeouts are for Braden Scott here at Bossy Field.
Absolutely. Hey, how about that segue?
Sure.
Sure.
I was thinking of the segue into the app. I usually don't think of the segue out of the ad. Called it an app, but
That's fair.
I got apps on the mind. Bottomless apps.
J.J. Cruz fouls the first pitch he sees off 0-1. Man. Bottomless apps. That's all. That's the entire comment. We're into delusion territory at this point. The 0-1. Swung on, hard grounder to second, but right at Hess, who easily makes a play. Double pumps, throw to first in time. 1 away. I think August, for all baseball broadcasters and fans, I mean, it's the dog days of summer for a reason. Everyone's a little delusional at this point, no matter who you are.
I think it's the outing from Braden Scott that's got us delusional.
True.
Just incredible.
He's been so good. Here's Crix Taveras. Got hit by a pitch his first time. Takes strike 1 on the up and away corner. 0-1.
And I think, at this point, every time he pitches, it's history for this Otters franchise because he is the franchise leader in strikeouts, just keeps upping that number. And again, as I've mentioned, obviously I don't know how long he wants to pitch, but he's got a long runway if he wants to.
The 0-1 in there as well, 0-2. I mean, and we saw a guy this weekend in Florence who was the all-time leader in the Frontier League in strikeouts, was the all-time leader in Frontier League history in innings pitched. We saw him on Saturday. Name is escaping me currently. The 0-2. Swung on, soft looper over the third baseman's head, and it gets down in fair territory down the left field line for a base hit. Taveras on his way to second. He's going to get there standing. Takes a small round, but goes back to the bag, and that is his first professional base hit. First hit in his Otters uniform as well. Someone get him that baseball. And now a runner on second, only 1 away here in this 5th inning.
Third baseman, number 10, Dennis Pierce.
It's a way to get your first hit. Just find the open green grass down the third base line and take advantage of the ball getting into the opposing bullpen. And now a big opportunity here for Evansville to try to extend that lead with 1 away and a runner at second base.
Dennis Pierce awaits the first pitch and takes ball 1 outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rissy sets, fires. That one taken outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Zach Westcott is who I was thinking of, and he's been in the Frontier League for a long time.
What a get for Florence, by the way. He was
Yeah.
dropped by Joliet midseason, and adding that man to rotation is huge.
He's been lights out for them as well, as that ball has bounced 3-0.
I mean,
2.77
his
ERA.
first start for Florence was against Joliet, where he shut them out. Talk about a storybook return.
I mean, and I was saying that because we saw a Frontier League great in him, and Braden Scott quickly putting himself into that conversation, turning himself into one of the Frontier League greats on the mound. The 3-0. Swung on, grounded foul, 3-1. So you really wonder, I mean, if he does decide that he wants to pitch a few more years, hopefully it's in an Otters uniform, but he could, again, quickly rise to the top of Frontier League rankings in many different statistical categories. The 3-1. Missing outside, ball 4. A Deerhead side, a walk, cafe and bar for Dennis Pierce. Second time he's reached. And now it brings up Ellis Schwartz in another big situation. He had an RBI single and a stolen bases last time up. Chance to drive in another run here, as there will be a meeting between Agresti and his battery mate in Rissy.
I think that's what makes Dennis Pierce so good at the top of this lineup. Obviously, the power's apparent, but man, he is not afraid to take his walks, not afraid to draw out long at-bats, and another great example of that there. You know, they're obviously pitching around him with him being probably the best bat in this lineup right now. You have a base open, and he's willing to take that walk and not force himself into a ground out.
Schwartz, as mentioned, with that RBI single, he's 1 for 2 total. Rissy sets, the right-hander. Looks in and fires. Down and in, gets away from the catcher Agresti, but he's quickly to it and no one advances. 1 ball, no strikes. It's been so great seeing Schwartz come into form in recent weeks. We always knew he had the talent, but now getting the opportunity to play every day and proving that he belongs in the top of this lineup, takes great at-bats. Obviously, that RBI single just a couple of innings ago as well. 1-0 pitch. Swung on, sliced down the line, foul, 1-1. There is action in the bullpen now for the Boulders. Nolan Lemaire up and throwing. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, line drive into left. Coming in on it is Ginther. He makes the grab, no issues, 2 away. So now with Lemaire up and going, we'll see how long Rissy has on the mound. Here in the bottom of the 5th, L.J. Jones stands in.
So the longest he's gone in a game is 6 innings. This is one of his. I mean, he's given up 3 earned runs, which is kind of on par for what he's done. If he finishes off this 5th inning and leaves, probably right around where he typically goes.
First pitch here to L.J. Taken for a strike, 0-1.
But of course, he's going to have to escape this inning. If he gives up another big hit to L.J. Jones here, they might not wait and just pull him.
And overall, I feel like he's pitched well. Just that 3rd inning, and then now in this inning, he's gotten into some trouble. 0-1, the pitch. Missing low. Really good take there from Jones. 1-1.
He has done a good job at inducing a lot of weak contact. And then he had a couple of strikeouts back-to-back, just pulling the string on some of these Otters batters. It's good mix. Changing from getting that soft ground outs off the bat to pulling more off-speed pitches.
The pitch swung on, line drive. Base hit center field. Here comes the runner in Tavares. He's going to try to score. The throw in from center field is in time. Boy, what a play from Vogel to end the inning. Tavares was barely 3/4 of the way down the line, and the throw was on the money. That ends the 5th. We go to the 6th, 3-0 Evansville here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Top half of the 6th inning here at Bosse. 3-0, your Evansville Otters in front of the New York Boulders. Braden Scott on the mound twirling a gem. 8 strikeouts for him. He's sent down 5 straight. Via the punchy, you will face Ryan Vogel, Austin Dennis, and Kyle Hess. The 3 due up here in this 6th frame. Man, Braden Scott, I mean, there have been times this year where he's looked really good. I'd beg to say that today he's looked as good as he has all year.
I mean, through his first 5 innings, yeah, you might have an argument. And again, he's done so well pitching deep into games. Really no reason to think he's going to slow down anytime soon.
First pitch is swung on and missed on the high fastball, 0-1.
I mean, only 77 pitches right now for him.
Pitch into Vogel. That one catching the very top edge of the zone. 0-2. He's just attacking these hitters, not afraid to go after these Boulders. And again, not an easy task. This Boulders team is good offensively.
Yeah, you could argue his 2 best starts this entire season have been against Lake Erie, a team that doesn't hit the ball super well, but can't say that about this New York squad.
The 0-2. High. Missing on the fastball. Maybe tried to overthrow that one a tad. 1-2.
It's not a bad pitch at all because if he's already chased one up there, try to get him chase that one.
Next one in. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Braden Scott, 9th German-American Bank strikeout of the day. 6 straight sent down via the punch-out. Now it flips the lineup over Austin Dennis. This is the 3rd time through this New York order. Only 2 hits on the day for New York, both of them being doubles. First pitch in here to Dennis. In tight. Just missed him. It's 1-0.
And both times he's given up a double, he struck out the next 2 batters he faced. So he's responded really well after giving up a couple of doubles in this game.
The pitch, missing high. 2 balls and no strikes. So Dennis quickly in a hitter's count here. We'll see how Scott attacks this situation. No wind at all here at Bosse Field tonight as the pitch swung on hard liner down the left side, but well fouled, 2-1. Braden Scott has gotten to 10 Ks multiple times this year, has not gotten over that mark. 9 Ks already here, just 5 1/3 in. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2, down and in. Boy, perfect spot for that fastball.
Interesting story here for Austin Dennis. Was immediately called up from high A ball to triple A. Skipped double A. Did eventually play double A in 2021.
2-2, swung on and missed. Strike 3. 10th German-American Bank strikeout for Braden Scott. 7 straight sent down via the K.
They just don't have an answer for him right now. They simply just have no answer.
Play ball with the Hoosier Lottery. Please play responsibly. Second baseman.
I mean, they talk so much in sports about being in a flow state, in basketball and golf as well. This is about as close as you can get here for Braden Scott to get in that flow state. The pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. I mean, 10 strikeouts in 5 2/3. 7 straight. Here's the 0-1. Swung on, hard liner into left center, pretty well struck. Back on it, Keenan Taylor. Nearing the track, makes the catch for out number 3. Into the strikeout streak, but at this point, who cares? 6 scoreless innings for Braden Scott. Probably some of the best 6 innings he's pitched this year. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 3-0 Evansville here on 96.9 WYR on the Otters Digital Network.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Bottom half of the 6th inning here in Evansville, 3-0 the score. A call to the bullpen for New York. It'll be Nolan Lemire coming in. This will be his 35th appearance of the season. Has pitched in 32 1/3. ERA a 5.85, but a 2-0 record. See how he does here against the middle of the lineup. JT, Logan Brown, and then Keenan Taylor, the 3-2.
He has gone 6 straight appearances without allowing an earned run. Only giving up 3 hits in that time as well.
Benson takes strike 1. Lemire not full sidearm, but a 3/4 arm slot for the right-hander. Fires in. Swung on, hard liner into center field, sinking quickly down for a base hit. Maybe broke the bat of Benson, but I think he'll trade a bat for a knock any day. Leadoff single here for Evansville.
Oh, yeah, he broke it all right. The bat boy went out and got it, and it snapped in half.
Oh, how about that?
Again, it was off the end of the bat, but you take some luck hits now and then.
Maybe it was just pure strength from the bat boy.
It's possible. We never thought about that. Maybe he just really didn't like that bat.
First pitch now to Logan Brown. Squares around, puts a bunt down in the air, but it's foul and overhead on a bunt. But it got back down onto the field, so we won't count it.
Oh,
Hit the top and fell back down on the field.
it's still overhead.
Maybe. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction, to the best, never regret.
You could have waited.
The 0-1 pitch. Brown squares around again. Pickoff move is not in time.
I mean, Logan Brown's been good at just placing it into left field. That third baseman over there, Rosso, is really creeping in pretty far. I'd like to see him even maybe fake bunt, like pull it back and just slice it into left field.
Pulls back, takes a strike. Oof. 0-2. Tell you what, though, Robert Moreno, he's been very good behind the plate today. That one left a little outside.
That is what's just so upsetting. He's been great behind the plate, but that's just one, man. You do not want to see called a strike.
The 0-2, outside, 1-2. A ball 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on first base. 3-0 Evansville, bottom of the 6th inning. The pitch from Lemire. Swung on, golfed in the air, down the left field line, playable for Rosso. Backpedaling, makes the catch, 1 away. So now brings up Keenan Taylor.
Left fielder, number
Taylor 0 for 2, a fly out, a strikeout for him. Man, he could really use a big hit here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a big spot. I'd like to see him just try to get something going. Looking to Lemire, he's never just given up 1 run in an outing. He's been really good during chunks, and then just has 1 really bad outing, which has increased his ERA so high.
Well, let's hope we get one of those bad outings from him here for the Otters' sake.
Well, maybe we save it for tomorrow. You never know when you might need it.
First pitch in. Runner takes off. In for a ball. Throw down is not going to be in time. Benson with a stolen base here in the 6th. Now runner in scoring position for Taylor, as that was an epic stolen base provided by Epic Insurance Midwest. Infield straight up, same with the outfield. Benson on second now. 1-0 the count. Here it is to Keenan Taylor. Left it outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
He can get a big jump out there. If he can get a really good jump, I wouldn't mind seeing him trying to steal third base here. Put yourself in a really good spot to try to score another insurance run.
2-0. Outside, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 1 away. Runner on second, bottom 6. 3-0 the score. Here it is. Never mind. Pickoff move to second. Boy, a little too close for comfort there, but back with a dive was Benson.
Thankfully, Lemire wasn't really set to initially throw that, so Benson was way off the base, so he did make a throw, but Benson able to get back in time.
Lemire sets the pitch. Taken all the way inside. Ball 4. The Deerhead side walk, cafe and bar. Now runners on first and second for this Evansville offense. Graham Brown coming to bat. Out is Agresti to talk to his pitcher in Lemire. So it'll be a short conversation out there on the bump. But now Evansville in a great position here in the 6th inning to tack on some more with your starter and Braden Scott, who has been phenomenal here tonight. I mean, I don't think phenomenal is a strong enough word, but he's been so good here tonight.
I mean, you could safely say this is probably the best outing we've seen from any Otter starter all year. He probably held that record, but he probably outdid himself tonight, and he's still got at least an inning to go.
Here's the first pitch into Graham Brown. Inside, nearly got him. Danced out of the way. A ball and no strikes.
But if you can add to this lead even more, you feel almost invincible for the rest of this game.
Infield straight up, same with the outfield. 0 wind here at Bosse tonight. The pitch. That one just missing down low. Good take there from Brown. 2-0.
It seems like they're really seeing these pitches well so far, because you've seen a lot of these just miss low, some of these off-speed pitches, but they haven't really had too much trouble laying off of them.
Here it is. That one taken low as well. 3 balls and no strikes. So all of a sudden, Lemire can't find the strike zone. Lemire sets. He works out of the stretch. Hands at eye level. The pitch. Taken all the way, up and away. Ball 4. Bases loaded now for Evansville. Deerhead side walk, cafe and bar. Brings up J.J. Cruz in another big spot. Now you just got to avoid grounding out into an inning-ending double play.
And the way this guy pitches, I'd be taking this first pitch no matter what, because he's going to throw it low in the zone. He might miss. He might find the zone, he might miss, but he's really not going to set you up for do anything other than ground into that double play. He also hasn't thrown a strike in his last 8 pitches.
First one, taking all the way, took a strike. Very slow on the breaker. 0-1. Some action starting to brew for the Boulders in the pen. The pitch. Swung on, foul, tipped right at the dish. 0-2. Lemire does work quickly. Ethan Bradford
Former friend.
up in the bullpen.
Talking about a guy who's really coming to his own this season.
Here's the 0-2 from Lemire. Swung on, and he fouls it up and overhead. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. There it is. There it is.
Told you it was going to come at some point.
Sooner or later. Seems like we never go an inning without one here.
Well,
Every once in a while.
I'll tell you what. Ballpark of Ottawa really does not play itself well to overhead foul balls.
The 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air softly into center. Under it is the shortstop, Dennis, and he drops the ball, but infield fly rule was in effect. Just did it to make sure, but that is going to go down as a pop out, 2 away. Now bases loaded for Crix Taveras.
Thankfully, Benson was well aware. Everyone on the ball on the field was well aware. It's an infield fly rule. Very smart play, by the way, from Dennis, because we saw it in the MLB. Got some people not ready for it, and all of a sudden you get them thrown out. But thankfully, Evansville's offense was ready for it. They knew what was happening and able to keep themselves safe.
Crix Taveras, first professional hit in at-bat to go, a double. The pitch. Swung on, laced down the first baseline into the bullpen, and it's 0-1. Boy, how good of a time would it be for his first professional RBI here? 3-0 to score, bases loaded.
And you really think about what his big problem has been this year. It's been catching up to that fastball. This guy doesn't really throw that hard. It is set up for him to potentially do some damage here.
The pitch. Missing outside, 1-1. Or even just find a way to get on base, draw a walk, brings in a run, but then you flip the lineup over Dennis Pierce on deck. The pitch. Swung on, soft pop up left side over to the third baseman Rosso, but no play, and it's 1-2. Bottom 6, 3-0 Evansville. Otters all over the joint on the bases. 1-2 the count, 2 away. Lemire looks in to Agresti behind the plate. Sets hands eye level. Out of the stretch, fires. High, 2-2. Evansville trying to not put it out of reach, but get it pretty close. The pitch. Swung on, lined softly down the left side, drifts foul and out of play.
It's another spot we've been talking about. You would love to add some runs here. You know, obviously Scott's been excellent, but with a team like New York, they can put up runs in a hurry. You would love to just get some extra runs, blow this one open, and really put it essentially out of reach if you can in this inning.
The 2-2, never mind. Pickoff moved to second, but there's no throw. First disengagement there for Lemire. Now the 2-2. Swung on, fought off foul again. Nice at bat here from Taveras, spoiling off some close pitches. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded, bottom 6. Here it is. Swung on, line drive, right center field. Over to it, Vogel. Nearing the gap, diving, not able to make the plays. The right fielder, Apodaca. 1 run is in. The second. Here comes the third. Relay throw is not going to be in time. A base is clearing. 3 RBI double for Crix Taveras. Second hit of the day, second Deerhead double-decker double of the day. And now flips the lineup over for Dennis Pierce, 6-0 Evansville.
And have yourself a day. Crix Taveras, he's reached all 3 times. You mentioned 2 doubles, now 3 RBIs, his first RBI of his professional career. And a massive hit there that can really, again, it's been a struggle a little bit early during this first part of his season for him, but use this to turn yourself around and really set yourself in the right mindset going forward.
Here's the 0-1 to Pierce. He takes strike 2. 2 of the pretty much same pitch. Really good spot there from Lemire. 0-2 to Dennis Pierce. Here it is. High, 1-2. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom 6, 6-0 the score. Otters in front. The pitch. Down and away, 2-2.
I was talking about it. Lemire usually gives up runs in chunks, and here it is again. Gave up 3 runs here.
Ethan Bradford still warming in the Boulders pen. Here it is. Swung on, popped him up, should be playable on the infield. Under it is Dennis. Out, number 3. So we now go to the 7th. Evansville has blown it open. 6-0 the score as we head to the top of the 7th here on 96.9 WIR on the Otters Digital Network.
Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org. Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
We head to the final 3 frames here at Bossy Field, and Braden Scott has worked excellent baseball through his first 6 innings. He's out there for a 7th inning of work, and why not, man? He has been so fantastic here tonight.
He absolutely has. I mean, he's been great. Again, had that stretch where 7 straight strikeouts, 10 total on the night. I mean, he has, at least me, up here singing and dancing. I mean, he has been so good, and now he has a 6-run lead to work with, which will free up this coaching staff to where if he gets through the 7th inning quickly, throw him out there for the 8th, see what happens.
Again, he has gone over 100 pitches in every single start except for his first one of the season, and he has been exceptionally efficient through 6. He'll face Jason Agresti here in the 7th. He is 1 for 2 with a double, one of the 2 doubles in the game tonight for New York. First pitch to him, misses inside for ball 1. He'll start behind him 1-0. You're up here singing, play it again. That's what I was thinking every time he dialed up a strikeout. Give us another one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Finds the zone, evens it up at 1-1.
If only we had the rights for that song, then I would sing it, but I sing it too close to the actual version, so I think we would get
another one.
Okay.
You can dial up, play it again. I'll dial up another one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That misses outside, 2-1. You know what's funny? I don't think I've ever heard that song actually, just in meme format.
I think so too. I've only heard clips of it or seen the meme.
I don't even know if it is a song now I think about it. It might just be DJ Khaled beating DJ Khaled.
Honestly, it might be.
Here's a 2-1 pitch to Agresti. That one misses outside. Now it's 3-1.
I mean, I still remember vividly the clip of him on a golf course, and the caption is, "You'll never guess what he says next." And it's just 30 seconds of silence, and then he looks at the camera and goes, "Mountain Dew," just randomly on a golf course.
It's always about the anticipation. 3-1 pitch. That one misses ball 4, so he loses the first batter of this inning. Agresti to a walk, his second walk of the game, his first walk since the very first batter of the game.
21, Alfredo
Be a
Marte.
leadoff base runner for New York, followed by Alfredo Marte, who is the other double in this game against Scott. That was just pitch number 91 for Braden Scott, so he's still got a long runway out in front of him for this game. First pitch to Marte, swings at that one, hits it well into deep left, but it's going to go foul. He'll start behind 0-1. Was that one overhead? Counts 0-1 to Marte. He is 1 for 2 in the night. Did strike out his last time up. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses just outside, even the count up at 1-1. Marte, the former major leaguer, played 3 seasons with the Diamondbacks. So he was very much in the majors, played quite a bit. Never really got to a point to keep himself up there. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Swings at that one. High pop up into foul territory. L.J. Jones looking to try to find his way under it, but it will get out of play, and the count will move to 1-2. So the count 1-2. Agresti still at first base. Scott still working great, trying to work around that leadoff walk here in the 7th. Otters lead 6-0 after putting up 3 or more runs on the 3 RBI double from Crix Taveras. Scott looks over at first, now delivers the 1-2 pitch. Line towards third, right at Dennis Pierce, who brings it in for out number 1.
And that one, it's one of those where it sounds loud and it sounds like hard contact off the bat, but it was a soft liner, kind of knuckled in the air a little bit, just 77 miles per hour, so we didn't square it up by any means, but just right at Dennis Pierce, like a nice game of catch right there for him, just standing there making the grab, 1 away.
Called the hot corner. That one was a medium well corner.
Warm corner.
It was definitely like a warmish corner, like just a bit above where you want your shower to be at level. So here's 1 away for Fritz Ginther. First pitch to him, swinging. Oh my goodness. Hefty swing, goes down to a knee and comes up empty, and he's behind 0-1.
Man, he tried to send that one back to New York.
What if it gone that way? Is that way New York? I genuinely don't know.
I genuinely don't know either.
I'm too lazy to go find it out. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ginther. Swings through that one. Another big swing, comes up empty. Now he's behind 0-2.
Out to left field is indeed towards New York.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one is lined but foul, and we'll do it again. So yeah, he was trying to send it to New York. I don't know, but the way he swung, though, I think he was trying to send it out to the Atlantic. Right,
Hey, Atlantic Conference makes sense.
Sure. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Ginther. That one misses high. Now it's 1-2. It's been a long time since I had to memorize my C's.
All I know is Pacific Ocean. I'm a big history buff, so I remember Pacific Ocean, West Coast.
So I was right. East Coast is Atlantic.
Yes.
So I was right. 1-2 pitch. That one's fouled off. Do it again.
I think I could point out the Indian Ocean.
I can't.
Well, I bet you could guess where it's near, what it's near.
Russia.
India.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Russia's close to India.
It is.
If you think.
Same continent.
Count still 1-2 to Ginther. Scott sets, looks at first, still looks at first. Now delivers the 1-2 pitch. Fouled back again. So Ginther not going down easily.
Russia, a couple of countries away, a couple of stands away from India. But overall speaking, geographically, they are fairly close.
Here's the next 1-2 pitch. That one chopped towards third, but foul as well. So Ginther at the plate does lead the Boulders amongst current players on the roster in home runs with 11. Also has worked at 372 OBP, so he's been great at battling, finding his way on base as well as hitting home runs. 1-2 pitch, fouled off again. That one's overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Choose the best, never regret it.
Oh, Zane's rushing through these.
That was a fast one. We should put a timer on him one day. See what his quickest one is.
Next 1-2 to Ginther. Takes that one outside 2-2. So just an incredible battle here from Ginther.
Overall, I mean, that's just what this team does. They draw it at bats, and that's what's been so impressive from Braden Scott today is he's been able to make these guys who usually have really good at bats look foolish.
2-2. That one's lined deep into left field. Taylor on his way back, still going back to the track, and is going to be able to get under and bring it in for out number 2. So Ginther works a really good at bat, really good contact, but Taylor able to find his way under it and bring it in for out number 2.
And that's one of those where, as a pitcher, where it's easy enough to go, good swing, you out. I mean, that's just one of those type of swings right there inside that he was able to get the barrel to 104 off the bat. I mean, a screamer into left, and pretty easy.
It's a couple of times now, we talked about it a lot as the season's gone on, but Keenan Taylor making himself a really good left fielder, able to find himself, get under that ball, and make it look easy. There were times at the beginning of this year where those kind of hits were a little bit more challenging for him. But, man, he did a good job reading that one, and with 2 away, it's up to Santino Rosso. He's 0 for 2. He also struck out a couple of times. Here's the first pitch to Rosso. That one finds the zone on the outside corner. He jumps out in front, 0-1. Another thing to point out is Scott's been great at pumping those corners. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung through that one way out in front. He's got Rosso at 0-2.
This is where you either have to go fastball above the zone or you just go another breaking ball a little bit more outside, but you can't leave a fastball over the middle, speed up his bat, because that's when you get hard contact.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Another one in the dirt, held off of it. Good stop from Logan Brown behind the plate. Count now 1-2.
Or even with that tunnel that you've created, with that slider and that curveball down and away, go up and in on the fastball. Tie him up a little bit.
Scott comes set, delivers the pitch 109 of the night. Swung on him, missed for strike 3. Threw an off-speed pitch and got Rosso swinging at a high fastball. His season-high 11th German-American Bank strikeout of the night. And he is through 7 scoreless here at Bosse Field. And you know what time it is? It's time to stretch here at Bosse Field. We'll give you Zane Klopfelter.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, and we'll root for the Otters. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Nicely done. Let's get some balls.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
New York call to the bullpen is Ethan Bradford. Bradford on the mound. Behind the plate is Jason Agresti. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Ethan Bradford, of course, played for the Otters back early in this season, made 8 appearances with Evansville. Did pitch to a 14.8 ERA, but man, he had some really good appearances out there where he looked really good. The problem was he just had some outings where he just couldn't get outs. And it kind of felt the same early in his season with New York. He was up near a 14 ERA, but since then he has really worked it down all the way down to a 5.85 ERA in his season with New York. And in his last 4 outings, he's gone 7 innings, hasn't given up a run.
Yeah, he's looked good, and hopefully the Otters are able to get to him a little bit here, extend this lead. Again, no lead in this league is safe.
First one to meet him is Ellis Schwartz. Here's the 1-0 pitch. First pitch missed low and away. That one finds the zone middle and evens count up at 1-1. So Schwartz entering the game, entering this at bat, he's 1 for 3. Lefty v lefty matchup. That one misses outside 2-1. And again, Schwartz has really found his groove here. Schwartz has, but Bradford has really found his groove here. Late in the season with New York. That pitch misses low, 3-1. And you can kind of say, with this run, New York is gone. A big part of that has been bullpen pitchers like Ethan Bradford really taking shape. 3-1 pitch is fouled off, count runs full. Last 4 outings, 3 of them have earned him wins, including the August 3rd game against Down East where he pitched the sudden death inning.
So turned into a high leverage guy here for New York. Again, I mean, this situation, pretty big spot for New York here. I mean, you don't want to give up any more runs. That's for sure with how good Braden Scott has been, even though it looks like you've driven him out of the game.
Payoff pitch. That one called. Strike 3 on the corner. Schwartz goes down looking, and there's 1 away for Evansville here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
First baseman, number 20, L.J. Jones.
Next up's L.J. Jones. Back-to-back big hits for him. He's 2 for 3. Almost was an RBI single for him his last time up, but Tavares, who was rounding third, got thrown out at home. Kept Evansville off the board back in the 5th inning. Now he bats with 1 out here in the 6th. First pitch to him. He takes middle for strike 1. The Otters haven't had a ton of opportunities tonight, but they've come through in their 2 big opportunities. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one on the ground towards second. Be taken on a hop from Hess. Throw to first in time, and there's 2 away.
Right fielder.
Next up is JT Benson. He led off the 6th inning with that single up the middle. Eventually came around to score on he was one of the 3 runs to score on the Crix Tavares double. He's 1 for 3 on the game. Here's the first pitch to him. That one misses outside. It's ball 1. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Benson just trying to spark a 2-out rally. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one misses just high, 2-0. In 20 innings for New York, just 7 walks for Ethan Bradford. That one misses high. Now it's 3-0.
Well, new acquisition, Garrett Crowley up and throwing for Evansville. So I guess we get to see the new lefty.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. That one taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Again, Crowley, a guy came from Quebec in a trade. You hope that he can have a really good outing here with not too much pressure. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Benson. That one misses ball forward. Bradford slipped on his way down.
That's a Deerhead side.
But a Deerhead side walk cafe and bar, and this inning extends to Logan Brown.
The catcher, number 28, Logan Brown.
Brown, so far, one of the only 2 Otters to not reach base safely in this game. Still searching for his first hit of the ball game. And also trying to extend this 7th inning. Here's the first pitch to him. That one taken on the inside portion for a strike. He'll start behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, that one's chopped toward third, but it goes foul. Now the count's 0-2. Evansville just 6 hits in this game, but they have drawn 4 walks and they've reached on a hit by pitch once. So they've been on base plenty of times tonight. And really, I think the big thing is that they've been stringing these hits together. Baseball gets away from the Otters bullpen. Like Colin Wilbanks catching for Garrett Crowley out there. So the count's 0-2 to Logan Brown. Ethan Bradford trying to negate that 2-out walk. Brown trying to make him pay for it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one on the ground towards short. It'll be snagged, though, by Bradford. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. So the Otters do get a walk, but do nothing with it, and they will take their 6-run lead to the 8th here on the Otters Digital Network, and 96.9 WYIR.
Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Smile on Down Syndrome has been providing a bright hope for tomorrow to the tri-state region for 25 years, providing smiles, support, and programs for individuals with Down syndrome while raising community awareness to create a brighter world that accepts and understands people with Down syndrome. Learn more now at smileondownsyndrome.org.
Otters call to the bullpen. Garrett Crowley making his first appearance in an Otters uniform. Crowley on the mound. Behind the plate is Logan Brown. That pitcher catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Otter Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenover Road, or call 812-475-9000. Garrett Crowley, new acquisition from Quebec for Evansville, and he pitched really well so far during this 2025 season.
Yeah, 2.05 ERA, and this is his 25th appearance, 26 in a third innings pitched. Now, the walks are a bit high at 5.8, but does strike out a ton of batters at an 11.6 last year at 14.1 per 9.
First one to face him will be Christian Ficca. He's 0 for 2 on the game. First pitch, fouled off. He'll jump out in front, 0-1.
Now, Ficca from Chevy Chase, Maryland. You wondered about an actor. Chevy Chase is an actor, comedian, Saturday Night Live, very first season. But it's not what the town is named after.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ficca. That one, front door breaker, beautiful pitch. He's ahead 0-2.
Chevy Chase was founded by a colonel who didn't serve, but he was aware of an area of land in England.
0-2 pitch, got him swinging, and another ugly swing from Ficca. The first German-American bank strikeout for Garrett Crowley in an Otters uniform. Impressive first batter for him to face.
There is a place up there in that region called the Chases, which means hunting grounds, and Chevio Hills. So, Chevy, Chase, the dude, Colonel Joseph Belt, hunted in that area before he came over, so.
It's Apodaca. First pitch to him misses up and in, ball 1.
Also, the English and the Scots, when they were at war, did fight a battle in 1388 over those chases or hunting grounds. It's called the Battle of Otterbourne.
Next pitch blown by Apodaca, counts evened up at 1-1. You say what?
Battle of Otterbourne. How about that, huh?
Feels like Ficca was born to be an otter.
He was born to strike out against the Otters.
That's true. Now he's going to hit a home run again. He's going to hit a grand slam against us tomorrow.
Oh,
Here's
boy.
the 1-1 pitch to Apodaca. That one misses inside 2-1. And while we've gone on our rabbit hole, Ficca struck out, and Crowley's looked really impressive first couple of batters. And again, you wonder if Quebec got their fangs in and were like, hey, we're going to teach you how to pitch, because he struggled a lot with the walks throughout his career. He's struggled with the ERA a bit, but man, he's really been impressive in Quebec, and he's been impressive so far. A check swing from Apodaca. That one's fouled to the left. Now it counts 2-2.
And he's throwing, low 90s, 92, 93, which is fast enough to get hitters in this league out, but the breaking stuff seems to be really well for him as well. And as a lefty, the arm slot against these lefties is tough to pick up on.
Counts 2-2 to Apodaca. Crowley comes set, delivers from the stretch. That one, fastball just missed a bit low. Count runs full. Now, Crowley did face these Otters back in the final game against Quebec to give up a couple of runs in his inning of work. But again, that was actually his last outing. He pitched for Quebec. Here's the payoff pitch. That one fouled just barely. And Apodaca stays alive. Excellent outing for Braden Scott, of course. 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, no earned runs. And this is interesting for a guy who did get some chance in affiliated ball, but never got a chance to start a game. You wonder if maybe if he had that opportunity. This payoff pitch to Apodaca. And called strike 3 on the outer edge. Got him looking. Back-to-back German-American Bank strikeouts for Garrett Crowley. And a couple of quick, very impressive outs to start his Otters career.
That's now 13 times that this Otters staff has struck out the Boulders. And I'm telling you, it's been a very impressive outing so far for the pitching staff, even though it's only, Braden Scott and Crowley for 2/3 of an inning. Still pretty impressive.
Now it's Ryan Vogel, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch to him, misses outside, ball 1. That went up at 94 miles per hour for Crowley. As I was saying, it's obviously Scott more up there in age, his age 27 season, but here's the 1-0 pitch. That one a breaker that is called ball 2. A very well-placed pitch. It's kind of one that has been given all game and just not given the call. Counts 2-0.
And again, that's the human element, and Moreno's been so good all game that it makes it weird for that call to occur right there.
2-0 pitch. That one's liner to left over the glove of Dennis Pierce. And a 2-out single as Vogel rounds first but heads back to first. Will extend the inning back to the top of the lineup, Austin Dennis.
And we don't give umpires who are really good enough credit because the game just goes as it's supposed to. But when a guy is as good as Moreno has been tonight, it makes those calls that he misses a little more obvious. So, again, we're not bashing on Moreno. He's been excellent tonight with balls and strikes.
So I was saying about Braden Scott, you wonder, if a team sees this, sees that he hasn't started in affiliated ball, still give him a chance at this offseason. Because, he's been so good. First pitch to Austin Dennis is a curveball. Gets him swinging. He's ahead 0-1.
And he's been to the AA level before, so you wouldn't necessarily have to start him at rookie ball or low A. You could throw him at high A or even double A and just try him out a little bit. See if it works out. If it doesn't, he'll come back here or somewhere else in independent.
0-1 pitch, swung through that one. He's got Dennis at 2 strikes.
But we've watched him, and he's certainly good enough. He has the stuff to be able to get hitters out at a high level. You just, at some points, you wish that he would have been able to get some starts in affiliate ball, because who knows?
And again, he's gotten better as he's gotten older. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Dennis. That one is a soft chopper back to the pitcher. Crowley will field it. Throw over the head of L.J. Jones into the outfield. Vogel rounding second, heading to third. He'll stay put. Dennis will get to second base. And a little bit of a mistake there from Garrett Crowley. He's extended this inning and put a couple of runners in scoring position.
34, Kyle Hess.
And that's one where you kind of wished Crowley would have just eaten it. He'd already lost his footing. He wasn't going to be able to get a throw off anyway, it seemed like. And so if he would have eaten it, it would have been a better situation for him. There's still 2 outs, can still easily get out of the situation. But now you just have a little extra pressure with that extra runner in scoring position. Was given a hit with a runners advancing on the throwing error. So still a hit there for Dennis.
So with 2 away, it's up to Kyle Hess. He's 0 for 3, but has a couple of runners in scoring position. Chance to finally break into the run column. First pitch to Hess is a breaker that finds the outside part of the zone for strike 1. It's out in front of Hess here. Again, he's looked really good so far, but just a mistake that you really, really don't want to see from your pitcher. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hess. Front door breaker finds the zone as well. He's out in front 0-2 of Hess. Hess so far is really hitting the trifecta. He's struck out, he's flying out, and he's grounded out.
Let's have a pop out.
Hess also hasn't lined out. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Hess. That one just misses low.
So he's 2 away from the out cycle. Don't know if that's something to celebrate, but
For us,
it
yes.
is.
Count now 1-2 to Hess. That last breaker just went a little bit too low. Didn't get Hess to swing at it. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Taken high, 2-2.
Man, I mean, this is just such an uncomfortable at-bat for a left-handed hitter. It is, I mean, he's standing on the far first base side of the mound. The arm slot is uncomfortable. He has a mid-90s fastball. Just not fun as a hitter right here.
A very similar delivery to like what Parker Brahms does. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, got him on the off speed. 3 German-American Bank strikeouts for Garrett Crowley in his first inning, sandwiching a single and an E1, or a single E1. But strikes out the side otherwise, and the Otters have shut out New York through 8. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Smile on Down Syndrome is celebrating 25 years of serving smiles to the Tri-States Down Syndrome community. Not only do we offer programming and support services, we sponsor annual events that give people with Down Syndrome opportunities to be stars of the show at our World Down Syndrome Day Ice Cream Social and Talent Show, Christmas dinner, and our Smile Mile, which is a day celebrating our Down syndrome community, their families that involve the entire tri-state community, and the highlight of the year when individuals with Down syndrome really shine like a star among smiling supporters. Learn more and find your way to get involved and show your support at smileondownsyndrome.org.
We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here at Bossy Field. Ethan Bradford out there for another inning of work. Evansville was able to get a runner on against him and work some good at-bats, but he did work out of that inning scoreless, and he will face Keenan Taylor, Graham Brown, and J.J. Cruz in this 8th inning.
Now, an insurance run obviously would be nice here. You would love to get one more, but not necessary. Still, though, these at-bats count. Got to have good ones.
First pitch to Keenan Taylor misses just low and in. He'll start in front 1-0. How about your Guardians beating the Mets?
Beat them in a series. That's 2 straight against New York.
1-0 pitch, that on the ground towards third. Diving for it is throw on the run is in time to get Keenan Taylor for out number 1. Wow. Santino Rosso makes an incredible diving stop. I didn't even think he had it at first. He was able to make the jump and make the throw. And get Taylor out for number 1.
Yeah, that was a really good play there from Rosso. Just somehow got a glove on it, popped to his feet, throw on the money, and Taylor's not slow either down the line.
So 1 away now, it's Graham Brown. First pitch to him, line back up the middle for a base hit. Didn't wait around to right back where it came from. Almost in the vicinity where Bradford could stick out his glove. But he's able to get it through for a 1-out single.
Yeah, that's a watch your lips moment right there. I mean, that was scary almost for a guy like Bradford. But, I mean, that's a fastball. Middle quadrant. That's what you're supposed to do against a pitch like that. It's just send it right back where it came from.
Next up is J.J. Cruz. He's 0 for 3 on the game, trying to find something in this game. First pitch to him, misses outside, ball 1. Doesn't mean he's taking all of bad at-bats. His first time up Hit the ball really hard, just right to the outfielder. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Takes that one on the outside part of the plate for strike one, evening up the count. Some Little League World Series action going on right now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one finds his own upper corner. Now it's 1-2. Indiana, unfortunately, went 0-2.
Oof. That's always
A
tough.
couple of one-run losses called the Evansville Otters. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off, and he stays alive.
Was not expecting that.
I made that joke earlier. You just weren't here.
Oh, I got you.
Although you laughed at it, so
I
made me
did.
feel better.
Now we just got to root for the Midwest region in the Little League World Series. That's how it goes. You root for your state, and then you root for your region if your state doesn't advance.
1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss. Strike three. J.J. Cruz goes down swinging. And there's two away with that runner at first base.
Now, since you did bring it up, with that Guardians win today, just 2 games back of a wild card spot.
Good for you.
I'm just saying.
Just messing around.
Hey, man. Might have to sneak in there. Sneak in the back door.
Next up, Chris Taveras. First pitch swinging comes up empty. He'll start behind 0-1.
Shortstop, 18, Chris Taveras.
How'd those Cardinals do today?
They started late. West Coast game against Dodgers.
Dodgers.
Beat Dodgers last night, though.
Saw that.
Counts 0-1 to Taveras. Takes that one just low, even in the count up at 1-1. What a day for Chris Taveras. Couple of doubles, 3 RBIs, reached on a hit by pitch. First hit of his professional career, his first RBI. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one lined into left field. That one's hooking towards foul territory. That one's going to stay fair and get to the wall. Rounding second and heading to third is Graham Brown. They're going to hold him at third as Taveras is going to reach for his third straight Deerhead double, Decker double. Have a day, Chris Taveras.
Third baseman, Edward Jones, leadoff batter.
I mean, that's just a great approach right there. 90-mile-per-hour fastball, down and away, off the plate. The fact that he's able to get the bat head to it and just hit it right where it's pitched, the opposite way, down the left field line. It's great hitting there, and he's setting the stage perfectly for the top of this order so far today.
That's the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce. Doesn't have a hit, but he's reached twice. He's got a big spot here, first pitch. He's going to take it inside for ball 1. Runners at second and third, 2 away here in the 8th inning. Otters do lead 6-0, but why not add some more? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swings that one. Just missed it, but fouled it off. Counts evened up at 1-1.
Here, this will make you even more happy than you already are with a 6-0 Otters lead. Cubs losing 5-1 to the Reds.
I saw that. Always happy about a Cubs loss. Also, I have family and friends that are Reds fans. I don't mind them seeing them win.
Great ballpark.
Very good ballpark.
Great American ballpark.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That one misses outside 2-1. Some would say it's the second best ballpark in the NL Central.
Oh, yeah, Wrigley's in there, too.
I mean, some would say they're third. I would say it's second, just behind or just ahead of Wrigley, and just behind Busch Stadium. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Check swing back to the pitcher. Bradford will take it in. Throw to first is going to be in time for out number 3. The Otters threaten but can't push across any insurance runs, but they lead by 6 as we head to the final inning here at Bosse Field. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Smile on Down Syndrome is planning a Rockin' Extra Smile Mile celebrating 24 years of walks to support individuals rocking that extra 21st chromosome on Saturday, October 4th at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. This event will rock your socks off with a vendor mall, food trucks, face painting, special guest appearances, a Rockin' Extra talent show, and more. To learn more about how to rock at the walk or how to become an event sponsor or even to make a donation, visit smileondownsyndrome.org or text 812-449-6049 for more information. This sponsored event is open to the entire tri-state community. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Otters call to the bullpen. Nolan Thebe enters. Down the plate, Logan Brown. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Thebe enters for the 25th time this season. He's pitched to a 3.48 ERA. Did have a rough outing against Lake Erie to end July, where he gave up 3 earned runs. Did not record an out, but a good bounce-back game against Flores with 2 2/3, allowed 2 hits, but struck out 3.
And now you hope that with a 6-run lead, he's able to come in here and just leave no hope. Just slam the door here against the middle of this order and get us out of here with the first win here at home of the second half.
Since the calendar turned to July.
Yeah.
Jason Agresti, first one to meet him. Thebe did earn his first professional save in the win against Ottawa. Here's the first pitch to Agresti. That one finds the zone. Starts out in front 0-1. You got to feel after 3 straight one-run losses, 2 extra inning losses, 2 of them being walk-off losses. Just a win here, a clean 6-0 win. Feels so good for the Otters. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside 1-1.
I mean, absolutely. It just does so much for your psyche, and against a good team, too. Again, that's what a great starter in an early league can do. Just can give you so much energy and can completely deflate the other team.
Counts 1-1. Here's a pitch to Agresti. That one swung on and missed. Pulled the string on him. Counts 1-2.
And sadly, we kind of felt the forefront of that against the Lake Erie. Most of that series, when they would get in front with great pitchers on the mound, and it's just so hard to get back.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Agresti. That one fastball misses outside 2-2.
But I will say, it feels much, much better being on the other end of that.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That one swung on and missed for strike 3. German American Bank strikeout for Nolan Thebe. 5th straight Boulder that has gone down by an out via the strikeout. And there's one away. Eventually fumbled my way through what I wanted to say there. So with one away, it's Alfredo Marte. He's 1 for 3, a strikeout, a lineout, and a double. First pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Thebe has really transformed himself into one of the best pitchers out of this Otters bullpen. Obviously had a rough outing against Lake Erie like we talked about, just couldn't really get one of those guys out. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one finds the zone, evens the count up at 1-1. One pitch. That one misses outside. Now it's 2-1 to Marte. Obviously, you can't take away outings, but if you do take away those 3 runs, since he didn't record an out, he'd have that one lined into center. Graham Brown coming in on it, still coming in. He's going to be able to get under it and bring it in for out number 2. He'd have a 2.61 ERA at 3.48 right now. And so with 2 away, it'll be Fritz Ginther. Final hope for New York in this ball game. Thebe trying to shut this one down and send the Otters fans home happy. Here's the first pitch to Ginther. That one misses just outside ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Ginther. That one does find the zone, evens the count up at 1-1. Good, well-placed pitch there from Thebe. One pitch. That one misses just outside 2-1. been really attacking that outside part of the plate. Has Stevie in this at bat. Quick look around the Frontier League as we end this game. Gateway up 9-2 over Mississippi. Trying to bounce back and get themselves back in that division race. 2-1 pitch, checked his swing, missed low. So it's 3-1.
Windy City beating Washington 2-0.
Lake Erie beats Joliet, so they get their game back. That one is check, swing, fouled, count runs full.
And I'll tell you what, that division race is going to be really fun to watch the rest of this year. That along with the Boomers and the Grizzlies, who are also ever so close to each other. Schaumburg just 2.5 up on Gateway.
Counts full. Otters fans come to their feet. Here's the payoff pitch. That one is fouled off. We'll do it again. Frontier League posted a picture of the playoffs if the season ended today. That was a day ago, so I don't think anything's changed since then. Schaumburg and Washington would play each other in the first round. What a matchup that would be.
It'll be really fun to watch.
And then Gateway and Lake Erie, battle of probably the two best bullpens in the Frontier League.
Going to be a fun postseason.
Here's the payoff pitch. Taken outside, ball four. This game continues. They'll extend to Santino Rosso.
Third baseman, 22, Santino Rosso.
In the major leagues, a couple of scores. We already talked a couple of NL Central scores, but Reds still up on the Cubs 5-1. Giants over the Pirates 8-1.
First pitch swinging for Rosso. He'll start behind 0-1.
Brewers 7, Braves 2, top 9. Of course, my Guardians over the Mets 3-2.
0-1 pitch, fouled it off, lost his bat towards the Otters dugout. Actually found its way into the Otters dugout. Right at Cohen Wilbex. Don't take out our catcher. Counts 0-2 as the Otters friendly hand that bat back.
Man, I tell you what, everyone went ducking there. I mean, the entire dugout went way below the railing.
So going back to the playoff talk in the Frontier League, how fun would that be? TC Baseball, Kyle Dawson.
Ooh, TC Popcorn and Kyle, oh yeah. Be flipping back and forth between that channel.
Well, why not combine for that series?
Put them both in the same booth. There might be a little tension.
I think it'd be entertaining.
Given.
Come on, Frontier League, make it happen. Counts 0-2 to Rosso. Phoebe comes, sets, and delivers, and he fouls that one off. An overhead foul ball. One last one. Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it.
A little extra spin on that one. Something different.
Yeah, just went a little bit higher than I wanted to, but I committed, so I wasn't going to drop it. Count still 0-2 to Rosso. And as Cardinals baseball starts, Otters baseball continues. That pitch misses that side.
I saw what you were trying to do there.
Counts now 1-2.
I understood. I was picking up what you were throwing down.
I was ready for the strikeout looking. Counts 1-2 to Rosso. Still 2 away here in the 9th. Otters up 6-0, trying to close this one out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one on the ground towards Cruz. Diving for it, makes the snag. Throw to first in time, and the game's over. What a way to end it. J.J. Cruz makes an incredible diving stop and ends the ball game on a highlight reel. It's an Otters winner here at Bosse Field. We'll talk about it more on the Papa John's postgame show after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Join Smile on Down Syndrome for a rockin' extra experience at their 24th annual Smile Mile Walk on Saturday, October 4th from 9 to noon at the Vanderburgh County 4-H Fairgrounds. Register to walk or donate by visiting smileondownsyndrome.org and come ready to rock it out for an extra spectacular time. All ages and abilities welcome. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Welcome into the Papa John's postgame show. Remember, everybody, Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and on 96.9 WYIR. What a start from Braden Scott. Can't really talk about this game without talking about that. Went 7 strong innings, got his 500th strikeout of his professional career, on his way to a season-high 11 Ks, gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, 7 shutout innings of impressive baseball against one of the best offenses in the Frontier League, and really showed up and showed out and put Evansville on his back early, and pretty much just got Evansville off to the right start at the right time, and Evansville eventually came around, put some runs up on the board, but it all starts with their ace, their star, their all-star, Braden Scott.
And I just don't think there's enough to say about him tonight. There are not enough words that reflect how good Braden Scott was on the bump. I mean, 11 Ks. At a point, he had struck out 7 straight. I think this is the best we've seen Braden Scott this year. And yes, he's had a couple of other 10 strikeout performances, but tonight it just felt different. It just felt like these guys had no answer for him. And not only that, these hitters are really, really good. This New York team knows how to hit the baseball, but Braden Scott just shut it down, and he looked awesome.
And I think that's what's so impressive about this outing is that New York coming in, they're the 3rd best offense in terms of creating runs. They don't strike out a ton. In fact, they're the 4th best at not striking out. This team, I mean, there's not enough to say about their offense. But, man, Braden Scott made them look like they were one of the worst offenses in the Frontier League. They made them look like a Little League team with how he just kept setting them down game in, game out. He looked like he was, a Major League pitcher out there going up against a Frontier League team.
Yeah, and the bullpen came in, backed him up. Crowley came in, got 3 Ks, and then Thebe closing the show in the 9th inning, able to finish off this Otters win.
And Evansville, offensively, didn't have a ton of opportunities, especially early, but when they had opportunities, they made them count. In that 3rd inning, Graham Brown led off with a walk, eventually came around to score on the Ellis Schwartz 2-out single, and then L.J. Jones followed that with a single of his own, putting up 2 more runs, went up 3-0. Of course, that's all they would have needed, but Crix Tavares gets his first hit of the game with a double earlier, gets 3 doubles on the night, and including a double that scored 3 runs. Another 2-out RBI. This team was fantastic with 2 outs tonight.
Yeah, they really were, and that's something that whenever they were clicking, that's something they were really good at. Good at is driving in 2-out runs. But tonight, they got back to their old ways. They did that, and they were able to come away with the W.
And you look at some of these other innings. 5th inning, they had another opportunity, and really, L.J. Jones another clutch hit, but unfortunately, Tavares was thrown out at home. And then in the 8th inning, had a chance to add some more runs. A couple of runners on after that Tavares double. Couldn't push it across, but again, overall, this offense looked really good tonight, made the most of their opportunities, and if this is a team that's making the most of their opportunities, they're going to score a lot of runs. The only problem this team has faced, sometimes they're inconsistent, they're not getting a lot, but usually that's just been against Lake Erie. Because Lake Erie is just incredible at pitching. But usually this team is getting opportunities. When they have troubles, it's capitalizing on those opportunities. If they can capitalize more like they did tonight, this team can win a lot of games, especially on nights when you have a guy like Braden Scott starting on the mound.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just not... This is a team, again, that looked tonight like a really good baseball team. And you hope that they're able to put it together the rest of the month and try and put a little something here going for Evansville.
And obviously we can't talk enough about Scott, but pitching staff as a whole, obviously it's only been 7 days, but over the last 7 days, a 3 ERA. That is an incredible accomplishment for a team that currently, as it stands, are one of the teams at the bottom of the Frontier League in runs scored per game.
And that's 3 of the last 4 games where the Evansville starter has allowed 3 or less earned runs. So they looked really good, and the starters continue to do what starters have done the past 5 days. then they will be perfectly fine.
One last look at the Frontier League scoreboard. Florence actually above Schaumburg 8-5. What a win that would be for Florence. Obviously, Evansville, the Otters took down New York 6-0. Gateway is currently beating Mississippi 9-3. Quebec did beat Brockton 4-2. Ottawa lost to Three Rivers 7-5. Windy City beat Washington 2-0. Sussex County beating Down East 5-4. Tri-City won their game 14-7 over New Jersey. And then Lake Erie beating Joliet 4-2, shutting down that incredibly hot team, which was Joliet. So that'll do it for tonight's ball game here at Bosse Field. Evansville wins the first game against these red-hot New York Boulders. They come back tomorrow night. Parker Brum's on the mound after he's looked so good. He looked really good in his last road start against Florence as well.
Yeah, I mean, he, again, went 7 innings, really, really good baseball for him, and you hope that he's able to replicate it a little bit. I mean, he went 7 innings, only allowing 1 run on 4 hits, so he looked great. You hope that he's able to come out tomorrow and do the same thing.
If he can follow what Scott did tonight, even with just keeping Evansville in the game, we see this team, they can definitely put up some runs when they need to. But that'll do it tonight for us here at Bosse Field in Evansville, Indiana. Riley, any final thoughts about tonight's ball game?
Show up tomorrow, win a series here at home.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday evening version of Otters Baseball. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. 20 minutes before for the Papa John's pregame show. That was the Papa John's postgame show. That'll do it for us tonight. I'm Lucas Mack alongside my partner Riley Angel signing off. And as always, have a blessed night, Otters fans.